Video contains gratuitous use of profanity and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought. Viewer discretion advised.
Oh shit! Mud shark? You're not a mud shark. You're barely even a fish.
This is a Pink Podcast.
Fuck up.
Win by Two, they're actually a podcast out of Philadelphia. Who knows who Win by Two radio?
Where's John DiCaprio? Did he ask about me?
Fuck Carl. He's effectively done in this business. On his new podcast, Catching People with Dr. Mingo. So I'm a dumb guy.
I'm hoping John DiCaprio is, but...
Take your fucking bra off, Barry!
Like, let me guess, because he attacked everyone?
I'm gonna be yelling at him the whole time tonight. Your show sucks! Oh shit!
Boys and girls, off your fucking feet. Give it up for your host,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into the show. So glad to be back on such short notice here. Let me get this chat off the screen. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about this. Shout out to Kid Tonnage. This had me cracking up. He goes, finna boogie down up in this mother. I love it, man. We really, we're trying to be more cultured around here, really, when it comes down to it. We're just trying to fit in, get in where I fit in. Now, fun fact, though, that song by J-Rock, Win. So before Win by Two was really anything at all, when you would type in Win by Two in YouTube, fucking, J-Rock would pop up and people would think that was me, and it was pretty ridiculous to say the least, but we've overtaken the great J-Rock, so that is an accomplishment in and of itself. Win by Two, still winning. J-Rock, he hasn't put out a song in 8 years, so, who's doing better? It's pretty ticky-tacky shit, but, I figured I'd let you guys know that. Welcome into the show, guys. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's having a great... What is today? Thursday? Hopefully everyone recovered well off of that. Oh, let's go to the main shot here. Hopefully everyone recovered well off that 9-hour excursion. Holy shit. Is the co-host late due to poor cheap sales, says Honk. No Alex tonight. So we're just going to be rocking this one solo. We're not really doing... I'm going to take a Chad line here. We're not really doing a show. This isn't really a show tonight. We're just going to, pop on air. I'm watching Kevin Brennan. Apparently, he's still on right now, streaming, reading those super chats. We're going to get to KB here in just a second. There was fireworks on MLC, really within the last hour. So we'll go over that between the fucking scolding match between Patrick Melton and Chad Zumock. Two of the world's biggest, jokes, clowns, lolcows even. It's pretty ridiculous shit. So it's like two really losers fighting over to see who's really the biggest loser. It's not really... But, we'll watch it. Of course we're going to watch it. Why wouldn't we not watch it? We have a lot to get into on tonight's show. I see Brennan smile. Oh, no, Brennan just ended. Cool. Thank you, Kevin. How courteous of KB to end when I go live. He knows what's up. Shout out to KB. We have a lot of announcements on tonight's show. We're going to be doing some things different on tonight's show, wherever you're at in the world, whether it's night or day. MSC was talk about a tard fest, Chris Mack. Holy shit. I have to say, though, Chad, say what you will about Chad, man. Say what you will about Chad, but Chad has, I don't know, Chad has embodied, Super Saiyan mode these last 2 days. Now, granted, you have to put things in perspective sometimes, because we could be caught up in the moment, and we're like, oh my God, Chad is crushing these people. But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, it's, Stevie Lou and Patrick Melton. It's like, Chad, you're a comic. You're a self-proclaimed comic for, 20 years. You should be, crushing these people without even, breaking a sweat, to be quite frank with you. So welcome into the show, guys. Happy Thursday. Weekend is just about here. Again, no Al today. It's just going to be me. Hopefully Al's in studio this weekend. We're going to be back here on Sunday after our... So Win by 2 is hitting the road this weekend. I'm very excited. We're going to be getting out and doing some documentation. If you guys read the description, you'll see, we have that set up for this weekend. Now... rumors could start flying on what Win by 2 will be doing this weekend, but it will involve a camera, and it will involve me traveling. That's all I could say for now. We'll save it for the show. I don't want to blow my, blow the load here, blow the lead, as they say right off the top of the show, but we have that to get into. We have some podcast to break down. Our good friend and yours, we like to make fun of him, Tony fucking Mazer. We made fun of him the last show for sitting in front of a Ray DeVito inspired dresser. Well, Tony Mazer was back at it again. This time it was much worse. He does his own podcast called Check Your Brain. And, after I was done watching that, I felt the need to maybe, go get a CAT scan and really evaluate why it is or how it is I even stumbled upon this. Check Your Brain podcast, which does about, 63 to 70 views when it's all said and done. It's really a catastrophe, but Tony had on Anthony Zenhauser, the Zen comic. This guy, he's stinks. He's Shuli's new fourth mic. So you have to think about the Shuli Network and who do they bring on a daily basis now these days. You got Shuli, obviously the Grand Wizard, the tunnel digger himself, which, by the way, have you guys seen the tunnels that were pretty wild stuff that were dug out in New York? You got all these fucking Jews traveling, It's one thing that they, run the world, allegedly. Now it's a whole different ballgame now that they're traveling underneath the city of New York. And that's just the first tunnels we've come across. But now it's like, we have to keep our eyes and ears to the street, really. Who knows what's roaming around underneath of us? So, Tony was on with Anthony Zenhauser, again, fourth mic on... one of the worst podcast, I don't even know, entertainment. I don't even know if it classifies as entertainment, the Shuli Network. It's bad all around, but Anthony Zenhauser finds himself, this is probably the biggest he's going to be. So he finds himself being the fourth mic, right? If you're following Mike Morse is their third mic. If you're following Mike Morse, it should tell you everything right there. It's time to hang it up, Anthony Zenhauser. This town ain't big enough for all of you. I know you want to make fun of Stuttering John. I know it's fun. I know you're trying to seize an opportunity to make fun of Stuttering John and maybe make a few dollars, by the time it's all said and done. But I'm here to reassure you, you add nothing, you bring nothing to the conversation, and I'm just here to let you know that. So we're going to be going over the big Check Your Brain podcast. Again, I think it maybe did 72 views, which is amazing. Good for Tony Mazer. I mean, he's really breaking into the mainstream circuit. That's awesome shit. Gonna be more proud for Tony. And when's that new studio coming, Tony? We haven't heard anything. Tony on that podcast, he goes, I like to mix it up a little bit on Twitter. I like to talk shit, and it's like, Tony, you don't talk shit. You don't mix anything up on Twitter. You don't do any of that. Like, seriously, when is the last time you've seen Tony Mazer really mix it up on anything? The guy is like, buy the book as buy the book gets. I mean, his only hot take was last week, and we covered that on the show, was he was advocating for drunk driving, which, is a whole nother debate in and of itself. But we're going to get to that and so much more. Again, so like I said, Win by 2 will be on the road. If you're just joining us, welcome into the show. It is a Thursday. We're going to be doing some little things different here on today's show. Well, not different, but we're just going to be adding some things on today's show, doing some out of the ordinary things. We have this Righteous book, which I'm looking at right here off camera, which, stick around to the end of the show. You're not going to want to miss this. So last year during the steel toe craze, you guys remember when steel toe was really introduced to us all in the algorithm, and everyone was making fun of them for how cringe and hack and, how much of a loser they are. April and Aaron, the great professional broadcasters, as I should say. Where's Aaron then? Here we go.
Everybody else, go subscribe to Win by 2 Radio. I like him. He's always fun in the chat. He's always a good dude.
He busts balls once in a while, but in a fun way, of course. So during this craze, it came out on the Reddit. No one really went searching for... Well, I don't know. I can't really say that. But it came out on the Reddit that Steel Toe Joe, Aaron M. Holt, well, his ex wrote a book. She's a novelist. She's an author. Child's author at that, but, still an author. So, everyone heard about where she produces books, where the books come out at. And I took it upon myself to pick up a hard-covered book. It was about $25 after shipping and handling. I think it came out to about $30. But we never really did anything with the book. Now, if you remember, I think it was back in maybe February or March now at this point. If you remember in that time, Chad, I think, had bought a book, I believe. Well, I definitely bought a book. And, but other than that, I mean, really nothing really happened with this book. So, again, we don't really do too much family-friendly stuff around here. So I figured today would be a good show, a good send-off. At the end of the show, we're going to be doing a book reading of this fine book, because no one, like I said, no one has done anything with this book. This book has just been, I mean, I've read this book like 1,000 times. You know what I mean? So I figured I'd read it 1,001 times, and that time being here on tonight's show, it'll be the last thing we do. So it's a real tearjerker, though. I read it again today just to make sure, I remember all the words on all the pages and shit. Nothing's, surprising me. It's a real tearjerker. You're going to want to bring your tissues, or if you don't have any tissues, grab whatever you got to grab. It's pretty interesting. Ashley really knows how to pull at your heartstrings. So we're going to get to that. We have a lot to get to today. We have some steel toe coverage as well. It's a little bit, and it's something, quite frankly, I forgot to do, given the mix of the comeback show, which shout out to all you guys. That show's done really well. Again, over, I think, like 2,000 views now at this point, which is a feat in and of itself. It felt good to come back this past week. It's still pretty surreal, but I'm starting to set it now. I'm trying to get back into the mode of doing at least 2 shows a week. Again, we're going to be on, obviously, tonight, and we're going to be doing a show, I believe, on Sunday. But yeah, we have a lot to get to. So Steel Toe, I forgot to do this on, I believe it was, Saturday, the first show back. So I had the Steel Toe coverage I wanted to get into. Steel Toe has this new get rich quick, this scheme. Well, it's not really even a scheme, but Steel Toe thinks he might have struck gold here on this new endeavor that one of his chatters chatted into his show. We're going to be going over that and what that endeavor is, what that entails. Is Steel Toe following through with this? Is he not? I don't know. We're going to find out. All in the meanwhile, one of our OG freaks on this show that we cover here, or that we had covered, John Domingo, was obviously super chatting in, aroused at the sight of April wearing her cowboy hat. So we're gonna get into all of that and more. LOL MLC was target. Yeah, we have that to get into. That I almost want to get to that right off the bat here. A lot of other shit going on, but how's everyone doing in the chat? Making sure everything looks good, sounds good. It looks to appear that way. Cool. I want to get into a drink because I haven't drank today at all. Let me see here. I have to change one thing. Give me 1 second here. Guys, how's everyone doing tonight, though? We all right? Who watched MLC? Who do you think won the epic battle between Melton and Chad? Do you think it was Chad? Do you think it was Melton? Melton looked a little shook, I will say. He didn't really have any comebacks for Chad, and he does 5-hour exposés on Chad's every walking move, and it's like he was confronted with Chad. And the Mud Shark did what the Mud Shark we're accustomed to seeing the Mud Shark do. And that's, really go toe-to-toe with Melton. So I was I was laughing, really. At the end of the day, all of this is complete nonsense. When you really break it down, it's complete and utter nonsense. It's all to drum up, hype around this AC event that's not even an event. I don't know what the fuck. I really don't. It really sometimes blows my mind how these guys are just, out of touch and they're just out of it guys on a daily basis. Let's check in with the chat for the first time. Chad won, but the hatred for Chad everyone has for Chad says otherwise, but I have no dog in the fight. That's the position to take. Don't take a side. Obviously, it is rule numero uno. Never take a side. These are two losers fighting each other. Let them fight. And we laugh at both of them. To get caught up in the mix of, all right, I hate Melton, so therefore I have to pick Chad's side, or vice versa. I hate Chad, so I have to pick Melton. Is really an insane thing. We are capable at laughing at both and, yelling at both people and telling them how much of idiots they are and how foolish they look, really, at the end of the day. Cowboys, Johnny Chopstick says, yeah, fuck the Cowboys. I hate the fucking Cowboys. Birds play on Monday night, which I'm very excited for. I don't really want to get into a big sports tangent, though. Melton stopped him. Let's not be silly, says Muted Growl. We all lost a little today, says Kale Johnson. Yeah, we're all losers. No, the only real winner over this past week is KB. You know what I mean? Just every time you turn around, it's shit's going down on MLC, and it's Kevin's never involved in it. Kevin has his nose clean. He's collecting his super chats. I guess, he's got that formula down, man. Let everyone else fight on my show. And these guys are fucking idiots. They all seek Kevin's approval for whatever reason, I don't know. That is really, it's sad, really. It's like you guys are just Kevin cucks. Like there's the show Kumi's Cucks. There should be a show called Kevin's Cucks. Because it's all of these guys. Everyone in this universe is seeking Kevin. And I like Brennan. I think he's one of the funnier ones, especially in this universe. His old man ranting, and he's just, doesn't know how to work technology. His lack of, understanding anything that involves podcasting. But, somehow, some way he's found success. And I clipped this out earlier. I'm listening to him on the show today. And, he's going... I'm watching, this is what Kevin's saying. He goes, I'm watching Shannon Sharp, old tight end, Hall of Fame tight end at that. I'm watching Chad Ochocinco and Shannon Sharp, and these two old football heads, they do a podcast now. It gets about 50,000 views, or 30 to 50,000 views. They get super chats and all that good shit. But I hear Kevin say, I make more money than Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco. It's like, Brendan, they do this for fun. You know what I mean? This is your livelihood. You know what I mean? If Shannon and Chad, their podcast went away tomorrow, they'd be good. They have endorsement deals. They have sponsors. They could probably still announce in the NFL if they really wanted to. This is all you got. So, it's like, I get it. You're probably doing good compared to most. But it's like, settle the fuck down, dude. It's like, it's not all that, glamorous, I guess. That's delusional as fuck. Holy mo- Yeah, we're going to get into that. Chat came in with some coked up energy. Look, for all the shit I give Chad, you know, me and Al were talking about this last week, and I didn't even talk to him before the show. You know, we didn't communicate. I mean, all I knew was that he was going to be on the show, but, you know, as far as what we were going to be talking about, I didn't talk to him about anything. And both of us kind of looked at each other and, like, you know, he took the words right out of my fucking mouth. And he goes, you know, for all the shit we give Chad, it's like you almost want to root for Chad because he is the fucking underdog. But then at the end of the day, it's like you have to be reminded how much of a, you know, scumbag he is capable of being, how much he lies and cheats and says there's going to be new studios. And there never is a new studio. So it's just like, if Chad never did all that shit, you know, it would be easier to root for Chad. But again, it's like, I think that ship has sailed. Chad is a 50-year-old male. He is set in his ways. Chad is who Chad is and will always be. There's no changing. Chad Ochocinco is probably more broke than Chad Zumock. Well, that also might be true as well. We all know who Red Bar's top fools are. It ain't Melton just for the hell of it. Right. Well, you know, sometimes we have to be reminded of that because we get wrapped up in this. Well, some people, I don't, you know what I mean? At first, I mean, I'll admit, yeah, I did, you know, watching Nobody Likes Onions cover Steel Toe. And just the sheer fact of Steel Toe getting owned was like, fuck yeah, dude, Nobody Likes Onions is crushing it. But the more and more you fucking peel back, no pun intended, the layer of the onion, the more you realize, or at least I'll speak in terms of just the more I realized how much, you know, Patrick, one thing Chad said on that big argument today was, you know, how much he called Melton out for being a liar. But again, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. It's like, Chad, I mean, you're that same liar. The Melton calls Chad fat. It's like, are you guys really that retarded? Like, you're just echoing comebacks that suit yourself. You're projecting in its purest form. I don't even like saying the word projecting. I think it's gay and fucking cringe. But it's what was happening. It's the best word to describe it. So, I mean, you know, people get caught up in this Melton craze. But at the end of the day, Melton is like the OG locale, you know? He is that guy. Whether you want to admit that to yourself now or 5 years from now, it's no sweat off my brow. You know what I mean? You have to see things for what they are. All right, I'm going to stop ranting. I want to get into a drink because I feel like I have been ranting for a while. I want to get into a drink. I want to play this song that I saw today that I thought was kick-ass. It's by T-fucking-Pain. T-Pain, obviously, you guys know fucking T-Pain, known for his auto-tune. T-Pain was covering one of Ozzy Osbourne's songs, War Pigs. And this motherfucker, let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park, so I figured it would be fitting to play here on the show, because it's a great fucking... It's probably one of the best covers I've ever seen. And I'm not even saying that, you know what I mean, and being facetious or anything like that. Like this, I'm being dead ass. It is probably one of the best covers I have ever seen. Especially by someone like T-Pain, who is known for fucking autotune. So to sing without autotune and to do an Ozzy song, I mean, was really kick-ass. The band was phenomenal as well. So if you're drinking with us tonight, please drink responsibly. Do not drink and drive, unless, of course, you have to. Let's get into it. Let's play this song, and we're going to get into a lot of stuff here on tonight's show. We have a lot. Yeah, we do have a lot of stuff. All right, so let's play. This is T-Pain, War Pigs. This came out about 3 weeks ago, but I just saw it for the first time today, so I'll share it with all of you. Let's check it out. T-Pain, War Pigs.
Everybody.
Whoop.
You want to go for it? Let's go for it.
Let's play a little bit of this. Pretty fucking good. I think I'm good, MGD. I think. We'll see. If I do get popped for it, then I'll just create a new stream. I'll be back. It's worth it. T-Pain, check it out. Cheers, by the way. Let's have a great show.
Ten rows gathered in blood masses, just like witches said, black masters. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death construction.
Now, you have to be remembered, no auto-tune. This guy created auto-tune, and there's no auto-tune here.
As the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah.
I mean, I really couldn't believe it. I mean, this is fucking T-Pain.
Yeah.
Also, I love T-Pain. Right, me too.
Politicians hide themselves away.
I always like when darker fellas could bring a band to their act. So much better. They're so fucking groovy, you know what I mean? The rhythm section's out of control. This dude's ripping it. I love the black chicks on the couch here. It's like you couldn't get up and dance. How lazy. But still, it's a great, probably one of the best covers I've seen ever. And I'm not sure about you guys. All right, you guys can check it out later. That's T-Pain in War Pigs. I don't want to get copyright stricken for that. Sue Party coming in. I had that on the screen. Chad was desperate. Ew, that's so sick. Chad was desperate to own Melton on MLC today. He kept saying Melton was 36. He also cover this before it goes down. No, I have it screen grabbed. I have it screen grabbed. So we're good to go. We are good to go. T-Pain, I'm envious because I'm a drummer, right? I'm a drummer, and it's like black drummers are just, I don't know, they have like an extra bone in their fucking wrist, because they're faster. They have an extra bone in their foot. They could jump higher than the rest of us. I don't know what it is, but it's like, it just seems like they have it down. They know what the fuck it is they're doing on a drum set. It's like they don't even practice, you know what I mean? They just come out the womb and they're just that good at drums. Now, most of them don't choose music. They choose selling crack and gangbanging, which is all good. But, if they chose drums, I mean, imagine how much cooler the world would be. Check it out on your own time. T-Pain in War Pigs. Again, from about 2 weeks ago now at this point. I'll let it play a little bit more. Newport rendition. Redemption arc, says MGD. Black privilege. TK says that. They choose fraudulent personal protection loans. PPP loans. All right, yeah, check this out on your own time. Because, I'll probably wind up getting struck. So that's T-Pain doing War Pigs. Again, I thought it was fantastic. I was trying to talk over it so it wasn't just like, we're just sitting there watching this shit. Leo gonna send him Faith No More's version. Send it to me, man. You're saying you're saying T-Pain's version sucked? He could replace Ozzy. Now, well, I wouldn't go that far, Nazarenda. I would not go that far. Ozzy is a fucking legend. But he's pretty fucking good, man. I mean, you have to understand, like, T-Pain is somebody who I grew up listening to that discovered what it was to fucking modulate your voice in live time. Auto-tune. And it was, pretty epic stuff. But to hear him without doing that auto-tune, to me, I think, because you don't really think of T-Pain as being a singer, someone who could stick in key. It's not because of his dreadlocks or the tone of his skin. You guys are sick fucks. But it's just because you always hear him with auto-tune. So when I heard him with that, I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking really good. No, didn't suck. I just like the Faith. Okay, all right. Yeah, send that over. Email it. We'll check it out. Faith No More Lies live version is great. Came out in 1989 too. Leo Gun for 5. Where is he at? Mersh.
Man, money's just fake, man. Right?
Ozzy tweeted yesterday that this was the best cover of War Pigs he's ever heard. I think I did see that today at some point. But, I mean, that should tell you everything right there. That should tell you everything right there if Ozzy's saying it. I mean, Ozzy is fucking, out of his mind. As my dog makes his way into the studio. But, yeah, I did see that. I think I did see that earlier today, Leo Gun. But we appreciate the 5 super chat. Thank you for that. All right, I want to get into the show, what we have here on tonight's schedule. Again, I don't want this to be a 9-hour excursion, so we'll try to wrap everything up in 3. Ozzy probably was told to make the equal opportunity community. Let's be honest. Right. All right, so let's get into what we got here on today. Now, this is something else I saw today. This is courtesy of TMZ. Now, we heard Alex speak about this on Saturday. I mean, we've been kind of, if you're, on the internet whatsoever, you've been following this Miami story where there's, the whole police force was out. By the way, this isn't the story I have here. I just thought this was fucking fascinating because it's like, how dumb do they think we really are? So this whole Miami fucking story with the whole police force out. There's a 10-foot alien walking around the streets of Miami. Someone caught it on footage, but you can't really quite see it. I mean, is insane. I don't know what the fuck it was. It probably was just, a lens flare. I mean, let's be real. Is it really a fucking alien? I don't think so. But then we get this story today, which I thought was insane. Because, again, it's like, you guys think we're that fucking... Or maybe it's real aliens. I don't know. Just the fact that we're having this conversation at all about aliens is insane to me. Aliens was a thing back when I was in high school in 2009. Where I used to smoke fucking weed and get all tripped out and discuss conspiracy theories, and aliens was like the first conspiracy theory. And now it's like so far down the rabbit hole we gone. It's like aliens you don't even give a shit about. Aliens could show up at my front doorstep ready to probe me, and I'd somehow, try to, poke holes in it and tell the alien how not real it is. So this was from TMZ today. It goes, Brazil aliens, super tall beings caught on video roaming around the hillside. Now, you hear a lot of speculation of Project Bluebeam, which, if people don't know, Project Bluebeam is apparently a program where they are able to use drones and, holograms technology. And it's supposed to be, this big alien invasion coming our way in 2024. If it's not the fucking cyber attacks that's going to kill us or another COVID, scare, it's going to be the aliens. Because they're really pushing for this alien shit, which I think is bizarre to me. So I just want to go over this. It's short, but I mean, I thought this was insane. That I'm actually living through this now. Brazil aliens... Super tall beings caught on video roaming around the hill. So here's the video we have here from TMZ. Let's check this out. I'm not sure if anyone's seen this today. So here we go. And it's like, here are these fucking creatures. They're caught on film. But it's like, how do we know that's just not someone in a robe in Brazil taking, one too many doses of ayahuasca and just wandered off on the hillside? Why does this have to be aliens? But, according to TMZ, this is aliens.
Consegue captar as vibrações. Vem até nós. Só não vem à noite.
Does anyone speak Spanish in our chat? Can anyone translate what it is that they're saying here?
Mano, pior que mexe esquisito demais.
Ele parece, sabe aquele lance índio?
Again, it just looks like a guy from, Verizon doing, like, his daily metering fucking job that he has to do. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like how are we so sure and certain that this is an alien? I mean, maybe it could be. I don't know. Maybe it is. But it's like there's never... I mean, we live in 2024, where technology is at a premium, and just every alien footage that we ever come across is always pixelated nonsense. Why is that? But yeah, here we're supposed to believe that, this is actually aliens. Or maybe it's Dave Navarro, for all I know, right? Well, maybe it is Dave Navarro. Fake Navarro, real Navarro. What an insane fucking... insane plot twist that was. Let's keep watching this. So, like, he's doing the quintessential, like I'm gonna, play telekinesis with your mind. He's got his hand... I mean, this is a progressive alien, right, at that. He's got his hand on his hip. Looking pretty flamboyant, looking like Patrick Melton on a Tuesday. Trying to own Chad Zumach. This is what Melton does when he sits down and tries to own people. His hand's firmly on his hip, and he's like telling everyone off in a gay voice. Patrick Melton. Let's keep watching. The aliens, they're coming, whether you like it or not.
Com zoom aqui dá pra ver ele se mexendo melhor.
O som dele é melhor que o meu. E outra coisa, se você for fazer uma comparação, ele é mais ou menos do tamanho daquela árvore lá. Entendeu? Ele é grande.
E outra coisa, até o jeito de se movimentar não tá normal. Não, pode ser um ser humano gigante, mas ele tá com um comportamento diferente.
Ele é um Anunnaki, velho.
The Anunnaki. I think that person, my Spanish isn't all that great, but I'm pretty sure he just said the Anunnaki. It says, more mysterious video of what appears to be a super tall human-like being walking among us. And in this time, folks are claiming they are 10-foot tall aliens down in Brazil. So they made the swim from Miami down to Brazil. They swam across to Cuba, made their way down to Brazil for another photo op. Like, these aliens, really know how to pose for the camera. These aliens are probably on TikTok already. I mean, Jesus Christ. They're 10 foot tall, so we're dealing with 10 foot tall aliens. That's awesome. You gotta see the videos from Ilha do Mel, an island off the coast of Brazil, where locals claim they saw at least 2 tall and mysterious figures standing on a hilltop. It's hard to gauge how far away these clips were shot from, but whatever's out there sure looks big. I'd say the so-called aliens here in the videos seem to be surveying the land below from up the hill, moving around, gesturing, blah, 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 blah. It's pretty crazy. The woman who took the video says it's pretty much impossible for humans to reach that part of the hill where the creatures are. And then she says the beings are way bigger than people. At one point, you start to see them on the move, walking around, and see even TMZ is connecting this event to the Miami event. The same aliens made their pit stop in Miami. They shopped at fucking Gucci and fucking Balenciaga, and now they're making their way down to Brazil to party. It's that time of the year, folks. It's winter. These aliens know what the fuck's up. If they really come from a land and a planet further than ours, they know that this is the time of year to go south, and that's what they're doing. The sighting comes only days after the incident in Miami, where conspiracy theorists claim videos show a tall... I love how they word this. We're conspiracy theorists. But then you proceed to put out a whole article on 10-foot creatures in Brazil. It's like, so now I guess TMZ is coined conspiracy theorist. As we first told you, cops in Miami said the video doesn't show any creatures, but rather a human shadow. Right. The Brazilian government is going a different route to brush the incident off, posting on social media, Cheryl, what happened on Iha Dumel, Vera Mayor Pernara. I don't even know how to pronounce any Spanish. Spanish wasn't my strong suit. Is another story, and even strange beings came to check it out. And you will be left out. Okay, so there it is. Aliens are among us. What are we going to do? Are we going to freak out? Are we going to start an uprising? I mean, this is pretty wild stuff. You know what I mean? Again, aliens were a figment of my imagination 10 years ago. Now it's like every other day you turn on social media or regular media. It's like, they really want you to believe that there's aliens out there. And again, if this was 18-year-old me, this would have been the coolest fucking time in history. But 31-year-old me is like, fuck, man, this is kind of bizarre. These are deep fakes. I'm trying to poke holes in this story. Pretty bizarre stuff. What's the chat saying? Is that fake Navarro? Do I have another egg on my face? Let's see. I didn't know Mac Miller had a podcast. Somebody says. That's pretty funny. It was probably just Stevie Lou. He's 6'6", with lanky arms. And please don't with that nonsense. What's Citizen M doing? Not gonna lie, Patrick's not even fat. The dude. Okay, so I mean, it's like I can't, dude. You know what I mean? If you can't come to the realization, I'm not even gonna entertain that as a serious fucking sentence, Citizen M. I know you love Patrick Melton and you have an infatuation with them, but I mean, holy shit, bro. To go as far as to say as he's not fat, I mean, that's like saying the sky's not blue or the grass isn't green. I mean, what won't you say? Kush King, bouncing is an athletic ability. Cut to me, Jules. Bumba Close says, what's CT bowls deep? They seem nice, very... Where'd that go? I just lost that. I don't know where your chat just went. Hold on. I gotta restart this. But yeah, pretty bizarre stuff here. I want to keep the show moving here. If I could find my fucking chat. Restore chat. Here we go. Pop out chat. Boom. All right, are they still popping up on screen? Let me see. Are they still? No, they're not popping up now. What the fuck? All right, give us 1 second here. Just got to fix something. Copy. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, I want to get into a hot button topic from this past week here. Well, not really. When I say hot button topic, I mean, who am I kidding? I want to get into a guy that we covered here. We first brought on the show back in February. Corey fucking Adam. Who, I mean, really, at the end of the day, has been making a lot of people's heads sort of spin. He's been subject to a lot of Patrick Melton stream sniping this past week. Corey Adams been, and you start to feel bad for somebody like Corey Adam, right? You start to feel bad for somebody. It's hard to, because he kind of does it to himself. But then I was sent this video, because I don't watch, I mean, who am I kidding? I don't have the time to watch Corey Adams' non-tent. You know what I mean? It's pretty bizarre. He still does the show K-Cuck with Tom fucking Chillstrom, and Luke, the guy who might be in a wheelchair, might not be in a wheelchair. I'm not even sure. And so it's so hard to get through a Corey Adam piece of non-tent. It really is. He does his Twitch talks in the morning, I think, still. Does his K-Cuck every Wednesday. They think they're crushing it. I mean, he does do 80,000 views on YouTube, which is a feat, which is more than I do. And again, him and Melton, I guess, just started going after Corey this past week, and I started to feel bad for Corey. And I'm like, why am I feeling bad for Corey? Well, it was because of this video that was sent to me and was pretty insane. So this was from a Twitch talk from Corey this past, 2 days ago, really. And I want to show you guys this because it's very alarming stuff. Corey was dealt a short fucking hand, and that there's no pun intended in that. Like, it's pretty bad. We're going to go through this clip, and it might change your perspective on Corey, and it might give you some insight on why Corey is the way he is. He was never given a proper chance. What am I talking about? I don't know. Let's go to the clip to see what's going on with Corey Adam. Again, doing his Twitch talk. I guess it was his birthday this past week, which is pretty bizarre. I mean, Corey's got to be, I think we were saying earlier, 44 or 43 years old. He's got the mustache going. Let's go to camera 2. Sitting in front of his green screen. I mean, nothing has really changed since last year, since we brought Corey on. I mean, you guys remember a time when Corey had so much fucking heat? He had just trolled Steel Toe for the troll of 2023, and somehow in the matter of a week, he blew it. He blew it. And then we're talking shit on him, or to what he says is talking shit. He comes on our show on Easter, confronts me and Sovcast, and is like, people are rallying around behind Corey Adam, and he's everyone's fucking hero. Only to fast forward like 9 months after that fact, and to find out Corey Adam is still doing the same thing. Nothing has changed. If anything, it's gotten worse. And this is why we started making fun of this guy in the first place. Because, I mean, just look at this. I mean, it's a sad excuse for, I don't even know what you're trying to go for here. I mean, all these guys, they have these Christmas backgrounds. It's like Christmas was weeks ago. Time to move on. Time to change your background. Time to update your background. There's no need to hold on to the holiday spirit. I mean, it's insane. But Corey, again, had this heat for a period of time. And, he did what we like to call fumbling the bag. Took all that heat and threw it the fuck out. Didn't care for it. So I was sent this, and I'm watching it. I'm like, why is Corey the way Corey is? I need some more insight. And thank God for this clip, because this clip answers a lot of questions. And after watching this, I think it might answer some questions that you guys may have at home. So the next time you're wanting to pile on Corey, again, this isn't a pile on. This is more of like, shit, Corey, dude. Like, you're in a bad way, dog. You're in a bad fucking way. Especially when you're airing this shit out on live streams here. Let's check it out. I'm just going to let it play. I got to find my clips here. Corey Adam.
Oh, we thought you had another one. So
no, I got to get
So
her.
on his big birthday bash, let me just set this up a little bit. On his big birthday bash, Corey decided to bring on his entire family. His grandfather. I don't think he brought his father on because his father might be dead, or he doesn't have a father. Well, he does have a father, and we're going to get to that in a second. But he brings his entire family on. His sister, his grandfather, which he's speaking to now, and his mother. And we're going to get some insight and some backstory, some lore on Corey Adam. Let's check it out.
Our friend, for sure, but no, nothing yet. I had this,
Yeah,
stray cat that was, kind of cool and, seemed awesome, and I almost grabbed him, but...
Corey's like another, he's almost like Mersh. He's almost like Mersh. They just collect stray cats. It's pretty insane.
No, I almost picked up this one off the street.
I seen one on your back you had on Facebook or something.
No, that's Lily. That's one of them I've had.
Oh, we thought you had another one. So
no, I got to get her a friend for sure, but no, nothing yet. I had this stray cat that was kind of cool and seemed awesome, and I almost grabbed him, but then he ran towards this apartment, so I think he was somebody's cat because he looked like he wasn't feral.
It's like you shouldn't be even almost grabbing stray cats. If you see a stray cat, kick it. Kick it. You know what I mean? Don't try to save strays. Go buy a cat at PetSmart. Stray cats are disgusting. They're filled with filth.
He looked pretty well fed, and he ran to this apartment door like you lived there, so I'm like, I'm not going to steal somebody's cat.
yeah, no, you don't want that. Grandma's been telling me for 30 years I could get a dog when the cats are gone. Well, every time one
So this
one
is his
passes
grandfather
away,
talking to him on the phone.
More, so
Yeah, you're never getting a dog, Pops. I'm sorry.
No, that's right. I'm not.
So. It would have been a little brown dog though.
Yeah, fit as a ring. He's 6 years old. He lives till spring. Oh, you're funny. You don't need
Pops,
that.
what's the longest word you know?
Biggest
let's
word
get
you
to
know,
the part.
Grandpa.
I think it's 1:30:30. I think it's coming up here.
What's the largest word you know? What's the biggest word you know?
This is all nonsense. Pay no mind to this.
That's right.
Pay no mind to this.
Lemonade, biggest word I know.
What is the rest of that? What is the rest of that dog one? Do the dog one.
So his sister's about to call in. Listen to where her sister's calling in from.
Yeah.
Be 6 years old. He lives till spring. Got 4 white legs and a hole in his ass. He'll pee on your carpet. He'll crap on your grass. His eyes bulge out and his eyes suck wind, but he's a damn good dog for the shape he's in. So.
His grandfather's one of these old timers that just love to do material. You guys have a grandfather like this, or any fucking family member who practices material on you during holidays or your time spent on the phone? They just always practicing material. It's like, Grandpa, it's like go do stand up or, start a podcast. I'm not your audience here, But pretty adorable stuff off the bat, right? Nothing too harmless. It's going to get a lot crazier, I assure you.
I can tell you're getting older and softer. You used to say shit and not crap.
I know. I just enough's enough.
Just clean it up, huh? Enough's enough. He says. Oh, okay.
We were supposed to go to Duluth today. I had a doctor's appointment and they canceled it. And I was going to buy some peach whiskey. So now I got to wait to get some
peach whiskey, huh?
I'm out of whiskey.
John, get him some peach whiskey.
Oh, I can get it all. They got it all. In
Hibbing, it's
$30 a bottle. At Sam's Club, it's 20. So I wait till I go down there. Yeah, buy 3 bottles or 4 bottles. That Crown Royal company called me and asked me if I had any bags I could.
All right,
send
come
them
on,
back.
Pops. Let's get to it.
They're running short of bags for their bottles. So.
Maybe 5 bottles.
Let's fast forward here a little bit.
Mary's doing good, I take it?
Grandma's doing real good, yeah. She's upstairs talking to somebody. She doesn't bother. Yeah.
Come on, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Pops, I'm going to let you go. Beth is calling. Love you.
All right, Beth.
Or something. I'm not a spaghetti.
All right, I'm going to let you go.
So Beth is calling in. He's got to cut off his rambling grandfather, who's still desperately trying to flesh out his next 15 minutes that he's going to be performing nowhere. So Beth is calling. Beth is his sister, Corey Adams' sister. Beth Adams is Corey's sister's name. Now, let's get the lowdown on Beth. Who is Beth Adams, you ask? Let's find out.
Pops, I'm going to let you go. Beth is calling. Love you.
Thank you. We'll see you. Bye.
I think this is a perfect time to play this song, too, over top of it. Give me 1 second here, because I think this is fitting. All right, let's rewind this. 1 sec. I'm going to play this low over top of this.
I think we're going to go maybe to Valentini's tonight.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, I never eat their spaghetti. I usually have a garlic steak or something. I'm not a spaghetti.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Pops, I'm going to let you go. Beth is calling. Love you.
Thank you. We'll see you. Bye.
All right, hold on, because we got to hear this.
An incarcerated individual at Hennepin County Jail. Our
What?
records show you do not have an account or enough funds to complete this call.
So his sister is incarcerated, calling from jail, calling into his podcast while she is in jail. So grandfather, again, aspiring comedian that never could make it, find his way on a stage. His sister's locked up. I think we're gonna find out here in a second. I kind of forget, to be quite honest with you. So his sister's locked up. He's gonna have this full conversation with his sister. His grandfather gets hung up on. Let's listen to Beth. Let's listen to what Beth has to say.
Call.
Both are true statements.
To pay for just this call using your credit, please press.
You might have to check spam.
Yeah, it's an hour.
What have you done, Cheese?
So he's got us on mute now, so we don't hear his
Yeah, defense is a little
credit
better
card
than
number
hers,
going
but
through.
They always seem to be on the fence.
She is Joey C's daughter.
844
Space partner, Honk says.
God, this thing takes for fucking ever. Let's go. Jesus
Troubled
Christ,
family. Troubled is an understatement. Pay to talk to prisoners. I mean, yeah, imagine that. It's like, bitch, you should be paying me.
Ready.
I'm putting you on the air. Coltrane, bro.
Please press 1 to use any
Blood John's
credit.
speech impediment is out of control. All right, so we're waiting for Corey to enter in his credit card information here. Right, that's how I feel.
They're making
Call
sure
is
you're
not
ready.
private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To consent to this recorded call, press 1. To disconnect, press thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello.
So, I mean, this isn't a bit. I just wanted to hear you, let you guys hear that she's actually calling from jail. I want to go to 14530, where his sister is confirmed a gang member in this whole situation. She's not a Crip, but she's going to be verified a Blood. So not only is she locked up, but now we're getting more information on what gang she is in, what she does in jail. Is there any commentary on her books? Where's that? 14530. Let's check this out.
Well, you know, she was in that whole fucking like, oh, you know, they're just gonna fucking, she needs to learn lessons. You know how she fucking gets sometimes?
It's not enabling me to do anything.
I'm not, you don't have to argue with me, bitch. You don't have to argue with me. I'm not mad about the fact that you got money. I was just mad that she fucking like lectured me for hours and then just did it herself.
Well, I think that's all complete bullshit.
It sucks, and it's stupid. Is Beth in the Aryan Brotherhood? Probably not. She's got that black scent, so she's probably not in that gang.
No, that's not the gang I'm in.
So she is in a gang.
How many career criminals get to call into a Twitch stream? Well, just counting Beth, just the one.
Wow. Like, this
I
is
don't
actually
think I'm
happening.
Like tagged as an ACC yet.
Yeah. Angry Fish says, oh, the Crips. Yeah, she's a Crip, bro.
No, I'm not a Crip.
Oh, shit, Bloods.
And she doesn't say no. So
Whoa, shit.
Corey has an incarcerated sister who is a Blood, which is actually kind of scary. It actually makes me want to not even cover Corey anymore, because it's like, holy fuck, dude, you could just send your blood sister after me to go fucking kill me. That's pretty insane. But I'm just trying to give you some background on Corey and why I was feeling bad for Corey after watching this clip. I'm like, dude, this guy, I mean, really, has nothing. Like, this is his family dynamic, as they say. A incarcerated sister, an aspiring to be comic grandfather who's searching and on the prowl for peach whiskey. Pretty insane. We're going to get to Corey's mother here in a second. And Corey's mother lets out a little nugget out of information here, a little bit of information of who Corey's dad is, because we're not actually introduced to Corey's dad in this call, in this Twitch talk. But she's going to give us a little backstory on who Corey's dad was, is, and why I guess they don't even talk anymore. So let's go to 15330. This is where Corey's mom first appears. So let me just see. This is what I have written down. See what's going on. 15330.
Hello?
Hi, you're live and on air.
So this is Corey's mom now.
Oh boy, happy birthday, Corey.
Thank you. I just got Grandpa called and then Beth called, and I'm like, let's go for the cycle.
And she sounds like every quintessential Minnesotan, Midwestern. She has that accent. It's like, I cannot stand the Midwestern accents, dude. It really irks my fucking soul.
We were making fun of your all your trailer cats and how you've got like 17 million cats now.
No, 6.
Well, you're like, no, I'm not that crazy. It's just 6 cats.
She actually has more cats than Mersh, which I didn't even think was possible.
It is crazy. It is. Does anybody need a Florida under the trailer cat?
I'm in the market for a new cat. I'll take a Browski.
Okay.
So like, this is actually their conversations. Like, who is in the market for new cats? Do you know any friend? Like, when she calls Corey up on a like weekly or daily basis, whatever it may be, like she asks him, like, "Hey, do you know any friends who are in the market for stray cats?" It's like, why are you picking up stray cats? You shouldn't be picking up stray cats. Please, if you're out there and you're one of these people who like feels bad for stray cats, it's like they're there for a fucking reason. They'll be fine. You don't have to, white knight for stray cats. I mean, how insane. Let them fucking be. Let them die off as strays.
The 3 kittens are boys.
Okay.
Mom is a girl.
I would hope so.
What state? I think someone said Minnesota.
What else?
Big Jolly Green Dickhead. One of the people in my chat said, "Mom remembers this as the worst day of her life. She'll never forget." Because it's my birthday.
What?
Yeah, Italian New York accents aren't annoying.
Oh, yeah. No, I was only 18, so I didn't know any better.
Kotad says, "Does your mom pretend she's not disappointed in you for your birthday present?" Yeah, that's usually what I get every year.
No, you get about the same thing I get from you. Nada.
Wow, so Corey doesn't get his mother anything for her birthday. Confirmed. Poor. And you heard it there first. So on each other's birthdays, Corey, his mom doesn't get anything. And that should be, expected. It comes a point in time you have to grow up. Don't expect presents from your mommy. Corey, you should be getting at the very least, you should be getting your mother flowers or a box of chocolates or something sentimental, a card even, a Hallmark card that just says thinking about you for your birthday. Corey can't be bothered. He cannot be bothered. He's a big fucking radio star. He's a big time podcaster who does in fact get 80,000 views. Let's not forget this. Corey gets 80,000 views per short. YouTube short, that is. Shorts lives matter. He can't be bothered to get his mother something at all. Not even something nice, not even something of priciness, something worth any sort of money. He can't get her anything at all. A box of mints? Anything, dude? A stray cat? I don't know. Just a hunch. Let's check.
You
Let's
get
keep
about
watching.
the same thing I get from you.
0.
Nada.
Nothing.
OG Angryfish said her vag never. I was a C-section, you sick fuck. That's my
Yeah,
mom.
that's gross. That's gross. Shut up, man.
Nick says, "Are we sure your mom's cats identify as those sexes?"
Like his mom's really kind of sounds like a dude with that accent. I mean, I can't. 155.48. Corey didn't. Okay, so we got to that. So this is the big clip. 212.56. This is where this is who Corey's dad is, and this is after I watched this. Like I really felt bad. I really did feel bad after seeing this because it's like, it's easy to look at someone like Corey Adam and make fun of him for, being overweight or bald or having a mustache that's 50 years out of date. I mean, no one has these mustaches anymore. These are like 1980s porn star mustaches. It's the old fucking running bit. So there's a lot of things to make fun of. But then you hear this clip and you're like, Corey Adam never stood a fucking chance ever in his life. What am I talking about? Well, let's go to 212.56. Corey's dad is special needs. It almost doesn't even sound real when I say it. And this isn't a bit, by the way. This is actually what's happening. Like they're just airing out personal information as if nobody is watching. It's like, dude, just earlier today you were getting sniped by Melton. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have been as nice. He would have made this entire segment probably a best of series. A 6-part series on how Corey's dad is retarded. Officially. Like, we joke about people being retarded, Ray DeVito being retarded, etc. But, no, Corey's dad is actually a retard. Let's watch.
My dad, and I knew it was from my mom, and begrudgingly I had to admit that.
I know, isn't that sad? It is sad, but true.
They should have put you in jail for having sex with a special needs man.
Wow!
Listen, I tried to shield you from all of that for many years.
Hold on.
I know.
Where's the fucking... I mean, I gotta stop here. I gotta rewind and play again.
But true.
They should have put you in jail for having sex with a special needs man.
Listen.
She doesn't deny. She's like, listen, this is the this is the stipulation I was working with. This was the situation back then. Listen to what she says. This is not a bit.
I tried to shield you from all of that for many years.
I know.
It's not my fault that you had to go charging in there. And
you can
I went charging and they fucking hunted us down on Twitter like maniacs.
You believe the bullshit.
I didn't believe
drank
shit.
the water, drank the Kool-Aid.
Bullshit.
You did it. You accused me of lying a couple of times.
So this is an awkward family moment. Now his mother is accusing him of lying. This is a very, like, you never want this. I mean, look at the eyes here. Like, you never want to be in this position when doing a show here. You know, it's like, word to the wise, when doing a podcast, don't invite on relatives who know inside information you would never want to get out there. You know what I mean? Because this is what you'll end up looking like. Listen.
About that situation.
You did lie to me about that situation.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
There's just a lot of details that were like conveniently like you didn't lie. You didn't lie to me directly. You did lies by omission. That's a better way to put it.
Well, that's fair. I omitted a whole. I omitted everything.
Yeah, you lied by omission for sure.
I omitted everything because you didn't need to know.
Sure.
Did you really need to know that your father is a special needs person?
No. Wow. I also didn't need to know that my mom has sex with special needs people.
Wow.
Well, we've all made mistakes. You probably have
damn
to.
it! Stop it.
This is
So
unbelievable.
you're saying there's a chance for me?
Shut up, Jesse.
Wow.
That was when I was really young and didn't know better.
Listen to this.
This is getting creepy, guys. You guys have really come full circle to ruin my birthday. Thanks, guys.
It's like you're the idiot who brought them on.
That was sarcasm, Mother.
Oh, I was also underage and he was like 26, so I think it was more of a statutory rape kind of thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Statutory rape. I mean, again, so, I'm watching this. I'm like, wow, this motherfucker really honestly never stood a chance. Like, So, congratulations, Corey. 80,000 views on your YouTube shorts. I mean, you're probably, a famous Hollywood celeb compared to, the rest of your family. I mean, your sister's incarcerated. She's a blood in jail. Your grandfather, again, is an aspiring comic who will never be a comic, searching for peach schnapps. Your mother was raped by your retarded father. So I do sympathize with Corey. People who never stand chances. It's like, it's a shame. What could have been? Such a waste of life. Corey Adam. It really is a sin. Now, it all makes sense. It makes sense why, you were able to fumble the bag and never make anything out of, the opportunities you had a year ago. Your brain doesn't compute on the same wavelengths as the rest of us here. Listen to the mother again, and then we're going to move on here. But Corey Adam, I mean, this is pretty... You reach out, man. If you ever need a ear to talk to, I'm here for you, bro.
That was sarcasm,
JK.
Mother.
Oh, I was also underage and he was like 26, so I think it was more of a statutory rape kind of thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop it.
And there we go. Happy birthday,
Fucking
Corey.
stop it. Happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday. You're from a broken home and it's a rape home. Cool. Thanks. Fucking Jesus.
Happy birthday, sweetie.
God damn.
Yeah, you're
You
right, Jolly. This is
exist, but your dad was very aggressive.
Yeah. Fuck.
There you have it. Yeah, Corey Adam, not in a good way. He's like, damn, now Melton's going to do 19 fucking shows on this 1 minute clip. I'm fucked. There you have it, Corey Adam, coming from a broken home, a tart of a father. Again, prayers for Corey, really, when it comes down to it. I even feel bad even bringing this up. I really do. Like, I really do feel bad even having to cover this. But it needs to be covered. People need to know or what's out there. I mean, it's not like I'm exposing anything. It's people need to know what's out there. Reminds me of the song Replica by Fear Factory, people are saying. This has to be a bit, no way. No, see, that's what I thought, Girth Brooks. Girth Brooks says this has to be a bit. There's no way this retarded... there's no way is he this retarded to let this all out. That's what I thought, too. But after listening to... Like, I examined this tape multiple times, and after listening to it time and time and time and time again, I'm realizing, like, this is not a bit. Like, this is not... Corey would like this to be a bit, but it's not a bit. Like, Corey's not that witty to do bits, like extensive, smart, thought-out, planned bits like this. You know what I mean? Like, what you see is what you get with Corey. Look at everything he's done. Again, we made fun of him for having a poorly lit green screen over a year ago, and, somehow it's even worse a year later. Again, the only motherfucker in this universe who's been on MLC, who's been in direct conflicts with Melton and myself and a lot of other people. Aaron was, did the ultimate troll to Aaron Emholt over or close to a year ago now at this point, and that didn't turn into anything. It didn't turn into anything. So Corey, you might want to think this is a troll because to us, right, it would be like, we would never let something like this get out there like that. But to Corey, like, he's just that dumb. He's just that dumb. I mean, it makes sense. His father is a tard. On the spectrum, retard, who, by the sounds of it, raped his mother, which is pretty insane. Wow, John. Okay. Let's see. I want to keep it moving here. I want to go to the Chad Melton fight because that just took place here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's go to that. And then we have some other stuff we're going to get to here on tonight's show. Kif Dunn says, imagine for $20. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Man, money's just fake, man. Right?
Thank you for that. Imagine being the byproduct of a statutory R word by an R word. I mean, it's insane. I mean, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I wouldn't even... And if that were the case, Kif, if that really honestly were the case, I surely wouldn't bring my mother on, who's like the only other person who knows that about me. You know what I mean? So I would continue doing what I was doing, but I would just not let my mother call into the show. But again, it's like Corey is just that dumb. We appreciate the 1999 Kif. Thank you for that. All right, I want to keep it moving. Let's go to what happened today. So I mentioned this clip earlier from Brennan. This was Brennan claiming that he makes more money somehow than Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco. I thought this was pretty fucking nuts. So I clipped this out.
Neil's name doesn't come up.
Listen to this.
Does it? Except in Super Chats. I make more in Super Chats than Shannon Sharp and Ochocinco. I was watching their show last night. They had like 35,000 people live. I don't know how many they paid for. I don't know how many are fake. They had like 35,000 watching live. 35,000, not 3,500, Carl. 35,000. And yet I was counting their Super Chats as I tend to do. Anyway, I don't even know. Peter.
So Kevin's. I mean, just imagine Kevin sitting there. It's fucking late on a Wednesday night. Kevin sitting there counting Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco's fucking Super Chats. He's counting them, but he's like, do I actually make more than these guys? There's no possible way. But you could see what the damage Shuley has done to Kevin. Because now, every time Kevin sees numbers that are higher than like 1,000, he thinks, obviously, those numbers were bought. Kevin, I don't know. I don't know. I guess he's lost it. I'd like to think maybe, this is kind of him kind of joking around, but I just thought this was hilarious because he's like, I make more than Shannon and Chad. It's like, you don't, but, nice try. So then he doubles down on it. Let's check this out.
fucking booming podcast. I make more than Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, 85. That's his number. Thanks for the heads up.
So thanks, KB, for that. So there's KB, his claim to I make more than Chad Ocho Cinco, and again, Shannon Sharp, which I would like to see the numbers compared. But it is funny. You're starting to see a lot of these guys, Shannon Sharp, Chad Ocho Cinco, Sam Tripoli, a lot of guys who normally don't do live streams starting to do live streams. And you start to wonder, have they checked out MLC? Because they see Kevin's doing so fucking well. They have to get a piece of this fucking pie. I mean, I doubt that's the case, but it's funny now. It's just like everyone's live streaming. Even people who are set up for success. People like Shannon. People like Chad Ochocinco. So this was the big brawl on MLC today here. Let's check this. This was Chad versus Melton here. Again, Chad came in very strong. Melton really didn't have much to say. I'll just let the clip speak for itself. Let's check this out. Chad v. Melton on MLC.
Else. All right, Melton, Chad's here.
Melton, you fat bitch. What's up, dude? You're talking a lot of shit. Let's go. Let's go. By the way, the only reason you're on this podcast is because of me, Patrick. Where do you go? Go to your sound drop. Go to your little video. Let's go, buddy. What do you got? What do you got, buddy? Let's go. You fucking nothing. How's your Comedy Central credit doing? Go. Go.
All right, Melton, you go. You talk.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. How's your Comedy Central credit going?
How's the credit doing? What does that?
Because you were never on Comedy Central, you fucking lie.
So Melton's like trying to look for a technicality here. It's like, dude, Melton, you've been ripping Chad apart for the better part of like 6 months, and now you're face to face with him, and you can't muster up any words to come back to someone like Chad, who you claim is a complete and utter fucking moron. Again, off the bat, win for Chad. If we're keeping score at home.
Liar. You lied, you grifter. Nobody likes you, dude. You lied and you
have
grift.
made tons of money off that Comedy Central
Where's the
period.
tons of money that you got? Where's the tons of money? Where's
You
the
didn't li-
wife?
you didn't- well, you
Where's
didn't
the
finish the-
Lexus?
okay.
Where's
You gotta
all the
finish
cool
the-
shit? Huh, buddy?
Lexus is
Talking a lot of shit, Patrick. Talking a lot of shit.
So what's gonna happen?
This made me, watching this again in hindsight really made me, root for Chad all over again. I mean, this is pretty fucking dope. I mean, Chad really calling him out. Melton, has nothing, just laughing in the moment like a big bumbling buffoon that he is. Again, it's like you've talked so much shit. Now you're confronted. What are you going to do?
You lie.
What's going to happen in Atlantic
It's like,
City?
where's the Lexus? It's like in the garage.
What's going to happen in Atlantic City? Melton.
We're just going to laugh at Chad.
Okay, but are you going to go to
That's
his
it.
show? But Chad's going to...
I'm not going to his show.
Chad's going to spit on you?
That's what he said. You have to ask him. I can't control what Chad does.
Chad, you're going to spit on Melton in Atlantic City.
If I have the opportunity and there's no cameras around, I would love to. But I know
All right,
this bitch.
this is insane. This is insane. Chad is actually like, although hilarious, it's like, Chad, you're not going to spit on anybody. Let's be real. No one's going to do anything of any sort of violence. But he doubles down on this. He doubles down on, if there's no cameras around, I'm going to spit right in your fucking mouth. Kind of gross. But again, point for the mud shark.
The first guy who will run to the cops and get a fucking restraining order.
I mean,
or file a police
it wouldn't be a
report.
restraining order. I would
Just
press
like the guy
charges
who
and
came
put
to
you
your
in
house.
jail.
Remember the guy who came to your house? You were like, oh, I got to go get a police report on him. Dude, no one likes you. Butch Bradley, no one likes you, dude.
Butch Bradley.
And people don't use, I don't want to do comedy. I want to get off my ass for 100 hours. They quit you,
is
dude.
insane.
Nobody in Vegas likes you, dude. That's a fact. You know it. You know it. Don't twist it. Don't
Say
twist it
something,
any other way,
Melton.
dude. You're not.
Say something. Stop. That really bothers me. It really does. It's like you're being confronted here and you're just laughing. I get it. You're probably stoned out of your gills, but this is Chad. This is your arch nemesis here. You've been stream sniping. You've been talking hellish shit. You've been doing documentaries on this guy right here. Now you're face to face, and you're just nothing, nothing at all.
When you guys were in a condo together, did you have any?
By the way, again, point Chad.
Any good times?
I stayed away from him because he was weird. He just sat there on his fucking ass in the living room all fucking day.
Watching Crowder.
And
go, dude. Go. Talk your shit.
Did you watch Ladder with Crowder, Melton?
Yeah, I watched. Yeah.
Imagine admitting that. Yeah. I do watch. So Melton loves. I mean, it's confirmed. Melton loves Steven Crowder. Which, by the way, did you see Steven Crowder's fucking comeback video today? I mean, it's the most insane thing I've ever watched in my life. But it's confirmed. Melton loves Steven Crowder.
Dude, Patrick, talk shit.
On what happened?
Talk shit, Patrick.
Why
Go.
was Chad so hung up
here.
on what happened in Tulsa?
I'm here. Talk
I can't
shit.
hear you because Chad keeps yelling at me.
Yeah.
What he's like.
Talk shit. You talk so much shit when I'm not around. Do it now, and do it when I see you in AC. Okay?
But
do
what if
it.
you guys don't see each other? Are you guys going to plan on?
Jesus Christ!
Film me. Film me.
Are you going to plan on?
You fat pig.
Don't
nice
say the F
skin.
word.
Wow.
No
nice
F word.
beard. Nice skin. You
Chad always does this too. He did this yesterday with Stevie Lou. It's the most funniest fucking thing in the world. But Chad's biggest own is like coming at guys' personal appearance. He was coming at how ugly Stevie Lou is. He's coming at, nice skin Patrick's, rough looking pock-filled skin. So again, I'd have to take a point away from Chad. I'm not giving it to Melton. But I'd have to deduct a point from Chad there. It's like, come on, dude. Mind you, both of these guys are comics. Well, Chad at least prides himself being a comic. Melton used to be, he used to pride himself as being a comic. Again, for being comics, like both of you have said nothing funny. It's funny what you're doing, but not because you're being hilarious in the moment. It's funny for the wrong reasons of how cringe this fucking is. Don't you see? For being, really, you guys, to have made it anywhere in this business, in comedy, you guys should be thanking your fucking lucky stars.
Go buy us a 12-pack of Pepsi, you fat putt, fucking pig.
Fat putt.
Fat putt.
Okay, so
Six
the Atlantic
burns.
City thing, and ideally,
Got
Chad,
nothing, dude.
Chad, Atlantic City, ideally, what happens between you
And here's
Melton?
Melton. He's like, he's trying to be friends with Patrick. I don't want to be friends with you. I'm the one who blocked you. I invited you on that comedy show because you would fucking bomb the same way I did with Stevie Zoo. It wasn't so we could be friends. And we're gonna make up.
Stevie Zoo.
Yeah, I fucked up the name. So, oh my god, let's
You
do
talk
a sound
for a
drop.
living. You can't talk. when
Right,
you
no
talk
Melton
for a living.
retort. Right.
Oh, great comeback.
Stevie
Miss
Zoo
Mo.
looking for you.
Sound effects. Let's do another drop. Let's play some video. Let's do some sparkles.
That's
Where's
not a
the
drop or a
confetti?
video. That wasn't
Where's
a
the
drop.
fucking? Let's go with the AI voice that your weird friend from overseas made for you. Let's go. Go smoke another bowl at age 36. Huh? You'll be dead in
What
your
the
50s.
fuck?
Yeah, so this is where I didn't really understand. I'm gonna have to deduct another point from Chad here, but it's like Melton is nowhere close to the age of 36. I mean, I think he's 44. But again, I'm gonna have to tip my hat to Chad here because it's like at least Chad's saying something. Okay, again, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. At least Chad is taking shots. Melton is just sitting there. I don't know what the fuck is running through his mind here. Maybe he's hungry. Maybe he hasn't eaten. Maybe his insulin is running out soon. I don't know what's going through Melton's mind, but there's no response. There's no retort. Nothing is happening. Again, 6 months. Probably more, actually, if we go back in the archives. It's probably been more than 6 months that Melton has been poking the mud shark. And now you're face to face. And what? So again, Melton, you're not this big tough guy that you try to be. Because when confronted, you will do nothing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Chad actually found you in AC. Not that it's going to happen, but if Chad spit on you in AC, you wouldn't do anything. You would call the cops. Like, you're that afraid. Melton's foot is and hands are probably shaking at the sheer thought that Chad is even face to face and confronting him on the screen right now. That's how shook Melton probably is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's
Smoke a
go.
bowl at age 36.
Wait, Chad, you're older than Melton?
Or how old are you? 46?
Oh God.
How old are you?
Chad, no. So
How old are you?
ideally in Atlantic City, what happened?
He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
Chad, in Atlantic City,
dude
ideally,
used
what
me.
happens?
The dude literally used me to get in with all this Dabbleverse shit. He's a
Holy
fucking
shit.
hack, dude.
Yeah, Melton, address that because you are making more money now, right?
You
Okay,
do,
so-
before he
Making
got in
more
with
money
us,
than what?
he was
Than
getting
before-
130
than before you're-
Listen to
I
Chad.
can't hear you if he's
No,
just gonna
no,
scream.
Kevin. He
Before you were doing all
So Chad seems to be really caught up on this whole Melton. You used me to get what you wanted. This is Chad's biggest argument here, and it's weird because Chad has been saying this for the longest time. Melton, you used me. You used me. It's like whether he did or he didn't, Chad. Like you have to understand. Like you look like a sour ex-girlfriend. You just used me. You just used me. It's a weird angle to take. I mean, you were doing so good for 5 minutes. And now this whole angle of you used me comes up. Let's see what Melton has to
the
say.
Dabbleverse stuff. You're making more money now than before, right?
Off YouTube?
Yeah, just in general.
I mean, what I make on YouTube isn't close to what I make off the overdose.
All right.
Yeah. But I'm making way more off YouTube than I
how
made.
much on the overdose? We can't.
Oh, so you're making way more on YouTube.
I'm making way more on YouTube now than I made a year ago. Yeah.
And it's significant,
Yeah.
or is it just
Yeah.
So it's
for
not
sure.
way
Yeah,
than
yeah.
way. It's not nothing. It's way more, but it's significantly. I mean, it's significant to your bank account.
Yeah, my YouTube was like a few hundred a month a year ago.
What about the overdose? How much you get off that?
$10 a month.
Oh yeah, no. How much you make altogether? Like what totaled up and tell
Probably
us? Right
like
now.
$970 of it.
Yeah.
All right, so no, I'm still a little confused by
This is
Atlantic City.
amazing. This is
Like
amazing.
what came first? Chad was going or Melton was going?
Patrick, do you really think I want to be friends with you? Honestly, do you?
John and Fat have the same face size. I don't know about that, Coltrane. I really don't know about all that. Melton's face is, I mean, just extremely puffy. You know? I mean, I really hope, my face size don't look like this. I mean, that would be alarming shit. Puffy face, slim face. Let's keep it rolling.
Really think I'm trying to be friends with you? You think I'm going on my way to be friends with you? Like I'm gonna shake your hand? Do you really think? I think you're a piece of shit.
Mutacross says Melton kept the audience. Chad has not. I mean, yeah, but I mean, you watched the most recent Kumia's Cucks over the weekend, and Chad almost did over 300 live. That's what Chad was like accustomed, like 250 to 400 on a any given Kumia's Cucks. He pulled that over the weekend, so people are still interested in seeing what Chad has to say. Granted, Melton turns on any live stream at any given point and does 500 every time, but there was also help. I get it. Chad has had the same help. Going on Brennan's show, going on Shuli's show, teaming up with Stuttering John. Melton's kind of did his own version of that, where he's went on with Brennan and he's made friends with Shuli and got that audience as well. He's making fun of Stuttering John, which is the most hackiest thing in the world. All these guys have to make fun of Stuttering John. It's insane. When I happen to think Stuttering John is more entertaining than all of them. Maybe besides Brennan. But Chad still has that reach. Like, he still does pull numbers. He has been on fire. I mean, look, I have to give credit where credit is due. Chad has been on fire. He has been on fire as of late. And I'm not a big Mud Shark fan, right? Came up with the whole nickname Cuck Shark for a reason. But I have to give credit where credit is due. Chad has been on fire as of late. And I do think Chad walked away better than Melton in this situation. I won't say victorious because, again, no one is victorious in this situation besides Kevin. Not the audience, not Melton, not even Chad, not even Tony Mazer. Kevin was the only one walking away victorious as the super chats pour in. Keep watching.
Shit, enough people have told me about you. You're garbage, dude. And then you align yourself with these fucking weirdos, and I know who they. You know who they
Save
are.
it for Kumia's cucks.
Yeah. How's Ty Riviera doing? Let's cover him some more.
Whoa.
You remember that? That was a lot of fun. You got 36 views? That was great.
This is
Ty
going
Riviera.
great.
Yeah, more sound effects. Where's the confetti? Let's play some more video drops. Where are we at? Let's put me on loop. Let's go.
Put me on loop.
Put me on
You
loop.
still
You
don't
got no
understand.
comebacks. You got nothing,
You
dude.
still have no idea what happened.
As he
baked are
takes
you?
a big
You get baked during the day,
ass-
smoking
my
your
God.
bong, you fat fuck. Huh? Let's go get your fat wife.
Imagine even
idea
saying
what
this.
happened.
Imagine even saying this and then taking a sip out of your own personalized mug. Melton sucks, dude. He is the worst. Keep watching.
How baked are you? You
How
get baked
baked
during the
are
day,
you?
smoking your bong, you fat fuck. Huh? Let's
This
go
is
get your
great.
fat wife. Let's talk to her. Let's talk
All right,
about
leave the wives out of it.
No, let's talk about how great her husband is getting smoking weed.
No wives talk, Chad.
I mean, he can talk about anybody he wants.
No, I don't know. I don't.
No,
wife,
you do stand
and-
by it. You do stand by it. You forgive it over and over and
Yes,
over again. Let
Dr.
him do
Chow.
it. You forgive it all the time, so let him do it.
I
Don't
don't.
act like
I
you're
don't.
above it. Don't act like you're above it. You're not.
I'm not.
Just put him back.
I don't.
You do stand by
Sorry.
it. You forgive.
Naga Edgar says NLO took a big hit today. That's coming from Noga Egar. So, I mean, that should tell you everything right there.
Give it over and over and over again. Let him do it. You forgive it all the time, so let him do it.
I
Don't
don't.
act like
I
you're
don't.
above it. Don't act like you're above it. You're not.
I'm not.
Put him back.
I don't. I don't
You're
allow
not
it on my
above it.
show.
You do it too. Put him back.
No,
Don't act
I
like you're
do it,
above
but
it.
I don't talk. I don't. It is a different story. It's a
It
different
isn't.
story.
You do the same shit. Let him do it. Let him.
Toto Payne Diaz brings up a great point. Melton has fun with animated graphics. Take away the bells and whistles from Melton's show, and there's really not much to it. Take away the sticky post-its behind him. Take away the sock behind him. Take away the sound drops and the effects. and what do you really have? Again, you know, I hate to even repeat myself for the 90th time, but Chad has been somebody you've been just clamoring onto for the past 9 months. And you were met face to face with him today, Patrick. And this is the best you've gotten. And Chad didn't do all that much better either. You've been a comic for how many years? You've been doing podcasting for how many years? Chad prides himself for being a comic over 20 years. And it's like, but Chad did just enough where you didn't have anything. You didn't have a fucking thing. This is the best you got. And you could blame it on that you're stoned and this and that, but that shouldn't be an excuse.
Sit there and tire himself out.
She doesn't exist. She doesn't. What wife lets you broadcast on Christmas Day, Christmas night, New Year's night? What are you doing? You must be a terrible husband.
Wow.
A terrible husband. Or you just going to Costco by
Never
yourself,
really
buying
thought about
hot
it like
dogs, going to eat hot dogs at Costco by yourself. It's a great life. Huh, buddy? How many clubs are you passed at in Vegas? Honestly, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this comedy career of yours that you say you're so accomplished than me and Ray. Like, I've done so much more. No, you haven't, dude. You haven't. You got nothing. Well, you got to GoFundMe so you can go overseas with other people's money to film a special that you never released.
Wow.
Dude, you're a grifter, dude. You fucking just rob people.
Wait, you
motherfucker.
went to another country to film a special?
And again, Chad, that's pretty rich coming from somebody who has stolen credit cards in the past. But I get where you're coming from. Yes, Melton has robbed people, and this isn't talked about enough, right? Patrick Melton started a GoFundMe apparently back in the day to obviously go fund a trip overseas to, I believe, the land down under, if I'm not mistaken, to do a comedy special and to do like 40 podcasts in 40 days. And he did like 8 podcasts. No comedy special and like 8 podcasts. So, yeah, Melton, I mean, answer for your crimes. Again, coming from Chad, again, a bit rich, somebody who stole credit cards, but point Chad on this situation.
He went over. He did a GoFundMe to go overseas, and then he did a GoFundMe to film a special that he never released.
I mean, no, but
Chipperson did that.
I guess.
Yes.
Chipperson did that. He did a GoFundMe to make a cartoon, and then he never made it.
It's a great point, Muted Growl.
Melton, light me up, dude. You do it like 4 hours a day. Light me up.
Light him up.
I'm not mad.
You should be,
because
you do like 5-hour programs on me. Do it now in front of my face.
Yeah,
do
I'll
it
watch
to me
it.
in AC.
What
do
you
it
want?
to me in AC.
You don't
this
let
is what
me
you'll
talk.
do. You're
You
gonna
don't
go
let me
back
talk.
through.
You don't let me talk. You don't let me talk. You don't let. You don't let me talk. I mean, there's nothing. What do you want me to say to you? You're a loser.
It's cringe,
what do you want me to
guys.
say?
You're a loser. Nice comeback, bro.
It's not
And
a
you're
comeback.
fucking killing
it's not a
it.
comeback. You're begging for attention. I don't have anything to give you.
You're killing it, dude. You have every opportunity to say whatever you.
Again, that's convenient because you just did a show on him today, and you did a show on him yesterday, and the day before, and the day. I mean, here, for fuck's sake, let's just go to Nobody Likes Onions on YouTube here, and let's check it out. I mean, how many of the past? Check this out. So how many shows of the past, we'll just say a month, has NLO done of Chad? There's Chad once, Chad again, 3, 4. Oh, that's Mersh. Mersh. Chad. I mean, just every show is about Chad. So now Chad's face-to-face with you, and you have nothing. Again, point Chad. And it looks like Nobody Likes Onions is live now. Let's keep watching this little meltdown happen in real time.
Ever wanted 4 hours a day. To
I say everything I want to say every day.
This is what you do: is add the bitch that you are, and you are a bitch. You're just gonna go back through it and pick this video apart. That's how you do it. You won't do it.
I don't
right
need to
now.
watch back a video I'm on. I'm good.
No, you will. You will. You go through everything else of mine, Patrick. You did, and you used me. You fucking used me. You know it, dude.
Are you over it? I mean, you sound like addicted to profits. Can I say something else that hurt me?
Addicted to profits.
Can I bring up another thing that hurt?
You know what?
Melton, did you?
And another thing you did that really
Please
stung.
say it to my face.
And another thing that really chides my ears.
Here we go.
Melton,
Melton, you used me. Melton, you stepped all over me. Melton, you stole my fans. Melton. I mean, get
Melton,
over it.
did you use Chad at all to get into the Dabbleverse?
Yeah, I use my openers all the time.
Your openers, motherfucker. You know, I went there to audition for the Looney Bin.
How'd that go?
It didn't. The guy's dead.
The club's open.
Yeah, but I don't want to go back there because they want me to come back.
I went there
again.
to audition, but I don't
No,
want
you
the
were
job.
terrible that weekend. Watch
I went
that
there to
Wednesday tape.
audition, but I don't even
You
want
were
to work
terrible.
there.
That Wednesday, I blew you off the
I went
fucking
there
stage.
to try to
I'll
get a
place the video.
headlining job, but the truth is
Yeah.
I don't even want it.
Like you were featuring for Pat Dixon
Once
at
they offered it
Crackers.
to me, I was like, no thanks. I only
That
wanted
wasn't
to
the case.
drive
Quit
for
twisting the words,
$400
Mel.
and make
Quit
feet.
So, all right, we're gonna put a pin in it there because it just goes on and on and on. I have to crown Chad the victor in this situation of this argument. Although it wasn't really that hard, Melton really didn't have that much to say. But you know, Melton is fuming because he wouldn't have booted up a live stream to go live right now. I mean, how fucking convenient is that? So that was Chad v. Melton today. Pretty insane stuff, to say the least. Chad, I mean, really mopping the floor with that. Let's see what some people are saying. King Melton, Citizen M, is saying Coltrane, fat sounds like he bit his tongue really hard, and now it's all he could think about. Chad W, NLL, NLOL. Oof, Jeff saying, so Chad should refute what Patrick has said on his show. Wait, so Chad should refute what Patrick has said on his show. I don't know if he should refute it, but I mean, the opportunity was there. I mean, both, whatever you had to say about the other one, both you were face to face. I mean, everything should have came out there. Chad said what he needed to say and had to say. Melton, on the other hand, did not. He couldn't muster up the strength, or I don't know what the explanation was. Maybe he was scared of Chad. Maybe Melton is scared of Chad, and that very well might be the case. Melton is probably better at just talking, amongst all you guys watching clips and making fun of people, but when confronted face to face, he cowers like a little fucking bitch. That might be the reality we're presented with. Melton has had nothing to say to Chad, only about Chad. Melton's retarded back to the goldfish pond. Or has retreated back to the goldfish pond. Melton is a bitch who pees while sitting. And we also have to remember, Melton, he does a lot of cringy shit that nobody really calls out. I mean, he had this Amazon wish list. He stream snipes Chad on Christmas Day, which was, completely cringe and hack in and of itself for obvious reasons. He did the hot tub stream. You know what I mean? He looks toward Kevin Brennan for approval. Like, Melton is all big and bad. He talks all this shit on Kevin Brennan, and then he's confronted with Kevin Brennan on today's show, and doesn't say much of anything. So really, it extends past Chad. It's not like Melton had nothing to say just when it comes to Chad. Kevin was right there face to face. Melton talks so much shit on Brennan. Calls him old and out of it boomer, this, that. Counts his money. Which, by the way, if you're counting another man's money, that's pathetic. That's fucking pathetic, Patrick. And Kevin was right there, face to face. Nothing. There's nothing. So there's a lot of shit that motherfucker does. That's just, just cringe, quite frankly. Wrong Melton's wife filled in their backyard pond after he kept eating the fish. Melton proposed on stage, which was... that's another thing, DJ. Melton proposed on stage as well, which, again, Win by 2 started this rumor over the summer, was probably a fake proposal, if I'm just calling a spade a spade. Why is that the only picture or video we see of Patrick? Of his wife. Quote-unquote wife. Oh, man, you're falling into the trap of thinking Melton's wife is fake. Who else streams on Christmas Day? Who not even just does a show because they want to do a show. They're stream sniping another grown man. You know what I mean? On Christmas Day. Who else goes to Atlantic City to hang out with the guys, twice in 1 year? If you really honestly had a wife, your wife... Chad said it in that clip, but that's something that we kind of hinted at over the summer. It's like your wife would have a problem with this. She would have an issue with this. Especially if she's if you're making all the money. So it's either your wife makes more money than you do and, she doesn't give a fuck what you do. She treats you like a child. Or you actually don't have a wife. It'll come out. So, again, sue me if it's not true. Melton's wife believes in the moon landing. Case closed right there. All right, I want to keep it kind of on Melton a little bit. I want to keep this moving. I didn't realize we've been on for almost 2 fucking hours already. I got to keep this moving here. We got caught up in the weeds a little bit. I want to keep it on. I want to go to Stuttering John, but I'm not covering Stuttering John in a negative light. I happen to think Stuttering John is, besides, like I said, in this universe specifically, it goes Stuttering John, Kevin Brennan are probably the most 2 entertaining people in said universe. Stuttering John claims to have information about Nobody Likes Onions with underage people, and he'll expose Patrick if Patrick doesn't shut his mouth while defending Kate Meany. So there's a lot going on in this clip here. Let's watch. This is Stuttering John claiming to have inside information about Patrick Melton. Let's see what Stuttering John has to say. We don't really do Stuttering John stuff around here. I find it to be beneath me. I find it to be cringe, hack material. But as it pertains to Patrick Melton, I think it's fitting here. Let's check it out. This is Stuttering John here, courtesy of Misery Loves Clips. Let's watch.
And Fatty Patty. You know what? Listen, hey, Melton, you fucking... Oh, shit, I want to say. I can't say. Hey, Melton, you start attacking Kate Meany, a 24 your old woman and you're beating her up like crazy, saying the most horrendous shit. Just like Julie. Oh, she took a guy in the shit cutter. Yeah. Well, Julie, maybe Noga did too. Who cares? What? You don't give it to Christina in the poop shoot? Why not? Who cares? What's the big deal? She's young. She's attractive. She's enjoying herself. What the fuck is the big deal? But Fatty Patty starts fucking beating fucking Kate up nonstop. So I just said, yo, dude, fucking enough already. Leave the chick alone. Shit. And you know what I tell you? I know who your wife is. She's not a looker.
She's not a looker.
Not a looker.
Skull, motherfucker.
And don't get me into the underage shit. I'll leave that for another day, Fatty Patty. I suggest you shut your mouth.
Hold on. We gotta go
the
back.
Rage shit.
Hold on.
And don't get me into the underage shit. I'll leave that for another day, Fatty Patty.
Fatty
I suggest
Patty.
you shut your mouth.
Fatty
That's all I'm gonna say to
Patty.
you. Shut your fucking mouth. Capiche?
What does Stuttering John know? I want to find out what this motherfucker knows. Stuttering trans poop. Wait, there's a lot going on in this comment. Stuttering trans child poop shoot. I want to find out what Stuttering John actually knows about Fatty Patty, which is a great nickname, by the way. But he claims that there's underage... I mean, this is all alleged speculation, of course. I don't know the details with Melton's fucking underage history. I have no idea. I did find it bizarre, though. Stuttering John came to the aid of Kate Meany. And it seems to be that both Stuttering John and Kate Meany are going to be...
Did you say he...
Whoops, sorry. They're going to be in Atlantic City the same time. Stuttering John, a guy who hasn't really, seen the inside of a woman in quite some time. So maybe Stuttering John is trying to butter up Kate Meany. Maybe that is the case. I don't know. Or maybe Stuttering John is just, saying enough is enough. Enough is enough. Why bully somebody like Kate Meany? Go pick on someone your own size. Maybe that's what he's saying. Either way, it's quite hilarious. Stuttering John, if you have any inside information, I would love to hear it, man. Patty Melt is also a delicious sandwich. A patty melt. Tuna melts, any melts really are great sandwiches, I will say, man. Thank you for that, KL Johnson. Stuttering hypocrisy. So that's another thing Melton has gotten into is Stuttering John. I can't, with the Stuttering John. It's just too much. It's too much for me. It's just, cringe and hack and everything else in between. I want to get to one last... Actually, no, we'll keep it moving here because I think I spent way too much time on Patrick Melton. I'll circle back to that. I want to get to this. We'll go to this Murr stuff here. So we covered here on the show the other night about how Mersh, which I think will be live here shortly. We might tune into Mersh live to see what's actually happening. Live from inside Nightwave Radio. Hollywood Mersh gives an update on Marge. Marge, for people who may not know, is a cat that Mersh has, a stray cat that Mersh has brought in to his home. He's going to give an update. We covered Mersh on the return show on January 6th, Blade Surrection. And Mersh gave an update on this cat Marge, rather. How he wasn't going to be taking, I believe, Marge to the vet, which I found to be completely insane. It's like your cat apparently needs to go to the vet, and you don't want to take her to the vet. Why? So I want to watch this, and I want to follow this up with Mersh. We're going to get a little studio reveal from Mersh as well. Let's check this out.
When you share that link, and remember the show is 100% fan supported, so if you want to support this show and keep me in business and keep me eating and keep these cats, by the way, these fucking cats, 3 cats is expensive. Feeding outside ones and 3 cats and the kitty litter. My shopping experience is starting to get very expensive every week. So, yeah, if you want to support the show, you can go to revengeofthesis.com/nightwave. And there's 1,000,001 different ways you can support the show directly. If you use the coffee option, you can leave a message for us, and we might just read it like a super chat if we're in the mood. I'll post all those.
So he's claiming, like, all right, if you want to super chat, this is how you get super chat in. But using the excuse that he needs the money because having 3 stray cats is becoming extremely expensive. And again, it goes to my point earlier. It's like you don't need to be bringing in all these stray cats. And if you do, you don't need to be, putting it on your audience, essentially. And you don't need to be making them feel bad to donate into your show because you decided to bring in stray cats. It's like you need to figure out how to make extra money if you want to bring in these cats.
In the chat for you. Anyway, welcome aboard. As I said, I've got overwhelmed with the cats now. But anyway.
It's like, whose problem is that? That's not our problem.
Bethany says, any updates on Marge? Been thinking about that gal lately. Yeah, just said she's just came in here and immediately went in the bathroom to whine. So that's
So
fun.
Marge is his cat who has been going through heat lately. She's been all horned up.
Oh, no, I think she's in there. Okay, she's using the litter box this time. That's good. Usually she just goes in there. That's her cry room. But no, she's been good. I haven't got her to a vet yet because I've just been, honestly, I've been a combination of busy and depressed.
And he's still dabbing.
I just haven't gotten around to it, but.
Sucking through that dab pen like crazy, man.
Honestly, the urgency of getting her to the vet has calmed down since I realized she's not pregnant. But we'll get her there. I'm going to get her there in the next month. But she's doing good. She's
dude, just take your cat to the fucking vet. Obviously, she has to go. She's been crying. He has a set up designated cry room for this fucking poor cat. But he can't find the time to take her. It's like, what else are you doing? You do night wave at night for 2 hours. You do day wave during the day, maybe like once or twice a week. If that, it's like, you can't find any time to take your cat to the fucking vet. Take your cat to the fucking vet, bro.
She's still adjusting to the inside. She still gets up and whines every night between 10 and 12.
It's like, that shouldn't be. That's not normal.
But she's good. She's the queen of the couch. She took Clarence's old spot now. Clarence doesn't hang out on the couch anymore. That's now Marge's little spot. But here, I'll give you a quick update about Marge here. This is a fun little picture. Look at how this idiot sits.
So he's going to show us.
And by the way, this
cat.
isn't one of those weird like, look, I just caught her sitting weird this one time and I took a picture. No. This is just how she sits. When I say she's the queen of the couch, she's the fucking queen of that couch. She literally sits atop my couch as if it's a throne. Also, that's a heated blanket. It's probably why she likes it, but this is literally how she sits. Like every time I walk in, she's like, look at these commoners. Anyway, she's doing good, man. She's
oh yeah, is she?
Like I said, when I first took her in,
because she needs to go. I mean, you're exclaiming. You just started off this clip by begging and letting people know that, hey, having 3 cats is becoming expensive. I got to get Marge to the vet. But now all of a sudden she's doing good. It's like, well, which one is it? Does she need to go to the vet or is she doing good?
Actually, it's so funny. I was shocked because she was so filthy, and like I didn't give her a bath because, I figured I'd get around to it. I'll get her a bath or I'll get her to the vet. And but within like 2 days, she was squeaky clean. It really was funny, like how clean she got by herself. Like it's like, hey, if you just don't hang out in dirty puddles all day, you'll actually get clean. But yeah, so that's been fun. I'm gonna murder this fucking cat.
Oh my god.
I'm going to end up fucking spaying her at home.
Well,
if
that's
this
great.
Keeps up.
So we should contact Animal Services then, right? Because you're about to murder this cat. Jesus, man. I mean, this guy, dude. I mean, he reminds me of Aaron in every sense of the imagination. I mean, they both have to be on the internet 24/7 begging for other people's money for whatever reason, I don't know. Because again, none of it ever goes back into their show. I mean, we had this pop up 2 nights ago on Nightwave, and I never saw the inside of Mersh's studio. But I got a first-hand inside look, which, by the way, he's still using this background from fucking... Not this background here I have up on screen. He's using this New Year's Eve background right here. Check this out. This is what the inside of his studio looks like.
But that was fucking strange. Maybe I'm not losing my fucking mind after all. I knew there were multiple Cassidys. I knew it. Unless I'm going crazy, but that's why I hit record.
Here, I got to go to 2730. Check this shit out.
If you're a white guy, you could probably be like, Pax Americana said, nah, Mersh, they're fucked. I don't know, man. If the cartel is trying to just take over Ecuador, which is hilarious, but let's say the cartel is legitimately going, we're taking over Ecuador. That's it. It's ours.
All right, so this is his studio right here. I mean, it's just like, you know, we make fun of Anthony Cumia's fucking studio for being an entire green screen, but it's like, you know, at least that's like a studio space. Where Mersh is like the inside of a studio apartment, one room filled with an entire green screen on every fucking wall. I mean, it's insane. So again, yeah, give this guy money for him to just not do anything with. This is what you're going to get. This is the maximum amount of effort you're going to be presented with when it comes to his show here. I mean, how fucking unreal is that?
Cartel is trying to just take over Ecuador, which is hilarious. But let's say the cartel is legitimately going, we're taking over Ecuador. That's it. It's ours. Oh, shit. I didn't do my background on this one. They are going to have...
And he's got to use the firework. Again, New Year's, man, was like a week and a half ago. It's time to move on from the New Year's background. I get it. You have to get, you know, every bit of $4.99 out of what you spent. You have to get out, you know, from this background. But it's like, move the fuck on. It's like, you know, Martin Luther King Day is around the corner. You know? Use an MLK background. Use a Valentine's Day background. Use a St. Patty's Day background. The fireworks thing, it's over, Mersh. It's done. But again, keep giving him money. I mean, that's great. That's all fine and fucking good. There's Mersh. There's your Mersh update for the week. I'm kind of curious. I want to put something on here. Let's put on Patrick. I got to take a quick piss. I've had one too many shots here. I want to put on Patrick's stream while I take a quick break. Let's see what he's up to. I'll be back within like 2 minutes here. Let's check this out.
Was allowed today.
I mean, I like you. It doesn't mean we're cool. We're not, Ray. You and I are not cool.
Chad just loves showing 15-year-old pictures of people. I'm not kidding. He keeps showing like a picture of me eating a burger with fans from 15 years ago. It's like, yeah, I mean, there'll probably be a picture of me eating burgers with fans this year. I like burgers and I'm fat. I'm not ashamed that I have to lift it to my mouth to take a bite. And again, what was the other argument? People were like, no, it's just all the losers you were with. It's like, again, you're a loser. There's no one watching this who ain't a loser. Sorry. I mean, it is what it is. You're in a mothballed out quarter of the internet for completely autistic nerds. Promise.
In my defense, I had a hairball from the 30 cats I live with. You'd get fucked up too if you lived my life. At least Rick isn't fucking my cats like your wife.
All right. First Kate Meany, now this.
Okay? The only reason you remove that strike, it's not because I'm a nice guy. I'm a good guy. Okay, I did the right thing. I removed this strike. You removed it simply because you were getting backlash from everybody. From Tukey, the potato.
I mean, this guy's 50 years old. you were getting backlash from the potato. I mean, did you ever in your life think that you would hear a man say that? You were getting backlash from the potato.
All right, I'm back.
I don't like the look of it.
I don't like
What's good old Melty talking about here?
Even Carl, who hates me, everybody online saying you're a piece of shit for striking Chad's.
Everybody online. People couldn't stop.
And they don't like me. That Carl hates my guts. So the fact that you did that and you knew you fucked up, you're like, I'll remove the strike. I'm a good guy. We know you're not. You did it because if everyone was saying, yeah, Ray, good for you, man. Way to strike Chad's channel. You're a good guy. You would have kept that strike there. You don't give a fuck. You don't stand for nothing. You'll go where the super chat goes. That's it. Yeah, I'm telling you, Vape and Dago, you enabler.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I was doing a little bit of pre-gaming before the show. I had a little bit more. I can't stand to listen to Patrick Mountain. I was doing a little bit pre-game. I was drinking on the show. Wow, how much a urination. I know that's crazy to say, but can really relieve you. All right, I'm focused. I got my second wind here. I want to get into something here where I'm going to be this coming Saturday. So this will be a two-part thing, actually. So let's start off. I want to start off with this Anthony Zenhauser, Tony Mazer fucking podcast. I want to cover this because this is where this is going to lead into where I will be this weekend, this Saturday. I'm bringing my camera, bringing my footage, bringing everything along that I need to record some people that are going to be around my neck of the woods. I'm very excited. But I feel like we need to go through this Tony podcast first, make fun of him a little bit, and they're going to be setting something up at the very end, which we're going to be making fun of, and then that's going to set up where I'm going to be this weekend for the show this Sunday coming up. All right, so this is Check Your Brain podcast. This is courtesy of Tony Mazer, Anthony Zenhauser, one of the worst shows probably this year and probably of all time, if I'm being quite frank with you. Let's check it out. This is Mazer and Zenhauser. I want to pour up another shot. I'm going to get reacquainted here back on the show. And let's check this out. Tony.
And what's happening, everybody? Welcome on into the chat.
I just realized, by the way, we got Tony Mazer, Anthony. So I was saying this in my fucking head. It's like, why does this sound insane? Well, it's because Tony, Anthony, Tony, they have the same fucking name.
Hey, everybody, welcome on into the Check Your Brain podcast, wherever you are watching or listening to this. It's when I say listening, it's on the major podcast platforms, the iHeartRadios, the Spotifys, the Apple Podcast, Podbean, everything like that.
Podbean.
And I'm also on YouTube. I'm on Rumble.
You know, I actually haven't heard Podbean being promoted in fucking quite some time. I think it's been like 3 years. I thought Podbean went out of business. Tony Mazer's the only guy who would actually still promote Podbean.
On Patreon, if you like this episode and you want to hear more of my nonsense, go to patreon.com/Tony Mazer for just not $5, but $3 a month. So for all you people who send out all these super chats, you know, $10 super chats, you could either maybe have Kevin Brennan say your chat once, or you get a month's worth of content.
Oh,
actually, 3 months worth of
where can I sign up, Tony? For $3. It's like there's a reason why your content is only $3 a month.
Content for that. So I'm just kidding. Go to patreon.com/Tony Mazer. My name is Tony Mazer, and hi, everybody.
Hi!
Joining me is somebody I've been on his...
I hate this motherfucker. We went over him a little bit on Saturday on the Comeback Show, but this is... Tony was with Chad. They do their Mondays with Mazer show. This is Tony's own show, Check Your Brain. And as you can see, Tony is rocking the new and improved mustache. Again, all these guys think it's a great idea to start rocking the 80s porn stash in 2024. It's outrageous, man. Cut it the fuck off. I mean, the rest of your face is a fucking baby face. You have fucking blue eyes, but yet you rock this, like, macho man fucking handlebarred mustache. Cut it off, bro. Cut it the fuck off. Let's listen to Tony, though. Mind you, this guy was in radio. He dabbles in comedy. surely he must be good, right?
His
Check it
show a
out.
number of times. He's been on mine about I think it was October of 22. Wanted to have you back on, but I had you back on. You had me on so many times. I'm like, well, it seems like we're always just talking. One of these days, I'll have to bring you up
Mustaches
on my podcast.
are funny.
And sure enough, I had the
Says
reason
Comedic
to. We're
Round.
going to talk about the weekend, but he's a comedian. He's an actor. He's a podcaster. His name is
Tony
Anthony
has a Dead
Zenhauser.
Set
What's going on, man?
podcast.
Hey, nice for having
all
me,
of
man.
YouTube.
Always a pleasure. And yes, you're an ongoing guest on the
All right, so here we go. Anthony Zenhauser, the Zen comic. Another one of these guys, almost like we just watched with Mersh. These guys, I mean, they buy green screens and they don't chroma key their fucking studio. So they just literally sit in front of a green fucking wall and they don't put any images on this green wall. And then they broadcast it on the internet for all of us to see. It's like, what was the point of, I mean, at that point, you could have just bought fucking red blankets or red sheets or blue fucking sheets. What's the point of the green fucking wall, Zenhauser? The more I watch this podcast alone, the more I really despise this guy, Anthony Zenhauser. I realized how much of a crook he is, how much of a thief he is, how much he's really, I mentioned this at the top of the show, like he's really, I mean, this is his last ditch effort to, cling on to any sort of relevance. And he's getting that from Shuley now. He's the fourth fucking mic. I didn't know, Stuttering John, reactionary content needed 4 fucking people to react to. I mean, I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. Stuttering John is a fucking retard. Why do you need 4 people and 3 producers at that? I mean, that's bizarre. I do this show by myself. I am the producer. I am the host. I make fun of all these guys. You guys need like 37 people to make fun of a retard. That would be like if I got an army to make fun of Corey Adams' fucking retarded father. That would be insane of me. So, but Zenhauser, I mean, he's never made it in comedy. He's never made it in broadcasting. He hasn't even seen the inside of a radio station to even promote anything. This is his last ditch effort to do something worth of anything. Because everything else this motherfucker does, it either falls apart within 6 months, or he just doesn't follow through, or quite frankly, it's not that fucking good.
show that I do that's been kind of sporadic lately, but Late Again Zen, which you're great on it. You have a great radio personality, and
again, and these guys want to like describe to you, well, you have a great radio personality and you're good at playing radio. It's like, this isn't the fucking radio. Radio died when Howard Stern turned completely fucking liberal. Quite frankly, radio is dead. Radio is no more. This isn't the fucking radio. Get it through your fucking head. This isn't the goddamn... This is the internet. It's a completely different beast. I can't believe I even just said that. That's fucking cringe. But you get my point. Oh, you're so good at doing radio. It's not the radio. Zen.
Chad believes in you, so I believe in you.
Yeah, why not? At least somebody has to. Stevie Lou doesn't, who apparently called me, called Chad and I 2 Cleveland dickhead losers today.
Well, that was very smart.
It's actually the one thing me and Stevie Lou agree on is Tony Mazer being a Cleveland, what do you say, Cleveland comic dickhead?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get into the Stevie Looniverse here in a little bit and everything else. But
Stevie
before we
Looniverse.
get into the plugs and what we'll just talk about and have BS for the first little bit, I have to get your thoughts on a recent story. Since this podcast, we're recording this Tuesday and it's going out tomorrow. It's going out Wednesday, which would be January 10th. This story is just hilarious.
The Jew tunnels. Let's riff on this one more time. As if we didn't hear this a million other times on a million different other podcasts. Tony Mazer thinks it's a great idea to bring it up on his show now. And what are you going to say differently that everyone else hasn't already said? Why do you feel the need to want to bring this to our attention again? You know, I might have to remind everybody, but Tony Mazer does 73 fucking views. I guarantee, and one of those views is me. One of those views, I believe, is Vince the Lawyer. So 71 total. Probably one of those is you, and one of those is Zen. So 69 views, 69. It's a great number. 69 views. Those 69 viewers already know about the Jew tunnels. The Jew tunnels came out last week. The way, Tony, I hate to break it to you, but the way media and podcasting and entertainment works, if you're not the first one to jump on a mainstream story like this, then don't even jump on it at all. But what this tells me is you're just throwing filler our way because you have nothing else. I mean, it's impossible for you to riff for an hour off nothing, so you have to bring up Jew tunnels. And it's not even that interesting. Yeah, Jews have tunnels under New York. Deal with it.
Yes.
So for folks watching, you can see the screenshot right now. This is a story that erupted, literally, over the last couple of days, since Monday. Orthodox Jews occupy illegal...
All right, good one, Tony. Let's go to 11 minutes here. What does 11 minutes say? Tony panics. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let's go to 10:10. Zen explains the Shuli network. All right, so this is going to take us into like 3 clips here. So we'll go to 10:10. Let's listen to Zenhauser explain what the Shuli network is. By the way, this is going to coincide on what Win by 2 is going to be up to this weekend.
Who knows to Win by 2 radio?
Thank you, Aaron Emholt. Let's check this out.
Town last year in May, and seeing the it's the BS show, but it's also the Uncle Rico show. And since then, you've been on as essentially like not only a frequent guest, but like a resident co-host, right?
Well, in the BS show, I'm
says
actually
Chris.
part of the show now. I'm the fourth mic.
They
decided to
tunnel.
bring me into the club, and I've been there for since 4 months, since September, going on 5. And it's a morning show that we're pushing it to be the main show. So at some point, all this other stuff is going to go away when people stop finding it amusing. So it might be a few years.
A J tunnel.
Making fun of people is fun. It's a lot of fun. Like the Stuttering John stuff, the Uncle Rico show, it's a lot of fun. I've been jumping more on that as well. Yeah, it's great to be a part of it. We're having a lot of fun.
Is it fun? That's all you hear him say. This is fun. This has been fun. I love making fun of people. Fun. This
has been a very fun show.
Very fun show. Very fun week. Zenhauser. Everything's fun to Anthony Zenhauser when he's not the subject to investigation. But guess what, guys? We're opening up a full-fledged investigation on Anthony Zenhauser. Rest assured. I just can't stand another person in 2023 slash 2024 getting into the Stuttering John realm. To me, it just reeks of grift. It just reeks of, like, I would never. I showed you a Stuttering John clip from earlier, but I'm not here to make fun of Stuttering John. It pertained to Fatty Patty, of course. So, of course, I wanted to show you guys, but to make fun of Stuttering John now, to choose that career path now, at your age and at this point in time in your career, is the most hackiest, laziest thing anybody could do. If you're thinking about starting a podcast and you think, you see the success, and I say that word loosely, that Shuli is having, that Carl is having, that everyone else has by bringing up the name Stuttering John, and you think you can emulate that, don't. It's cringe. It's played the fuck out. There's nothing you could say that would be different. That's why Phil Elmore didn't stand a fucking chance. That's why he's no longer podcasting. It's a matter of time. The Stuttering John thing has ran its course. We're just waiting for it to catch up to the rest of us. Some people are slower than most. Look at Corey Adams' father. Look at Corey Adams' father. A literal tard. So it takes longer for most people to realize this Stuttering John shit is dumb. It's not even funny. Again, it would be like me doing all of my shows based on Corey Adams' dad. It'd be like, all right, dude, we get it, bro. He's a tard. He's retarded. There's nothing you're going to say that's going to make us think that he's less of a tard or more than a tard. Like, he's just a retard. So when does it stop becoming a podcast and start becoming just harassment? So Anthony Zenhauser, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. And we're here to shame you. I'm here to throw tomatoes at you. Where's my tomato? There it is. Tomatoes are being launched at Zenhauser's face. And again, it's not like you bring some unique perspective to the BS show or the Rico show. You bring nothing. You bring Doritos and Hawaiian Punch. That's it. The show could survive without you. The show has survived without you and will survive without you when you're gone. So stop putting all your eggs in one basket, Zen. Let's keep watching this. Sorry, it just pisses me off. It really does aggravate the fuck out of me. Stuttering John's radical politics soliciting interest. Look, I'm not here to argue politics with people. That is the lowest of the low. To argue politics with someone else who isn't involved or doesn't really understand politics all that much. You know what I mean? Stuttering John does it as a way of, to be like a shock jock, I guess, is the best way to describe it. But to sit there and, argue Stuttering John's political takes, it's bizarre. You have to start questioning yourself then. It's like, what am I doing here arguing with a retard about his political takes? Then you have to, get a mirror and look in the mirror and be like, am I the actual tard? But people aren't willing to do that. People aren't willing to look at themselves and, take accountability. They're not willing to do that. Stuttering John is going to do what Stuttering John is going to do. You have 90 shows covering them. Again, we don't need Zen adding his opinion on what Stuttering John is doing. Societal you hit the nail on the head, Toto. You hit the nail on the fucking head. Societal autism. Really is the best way to describe it. All right, let's continue. Anthony Zenhauser and Anthony Mazer. Take it away.
And we're doing a lot of writing. We're doing a lot of we write bits. We're trying to.
You don't write bits. I'm sorry, but you don't write bits. What bits do you write? Oh, how can we make fun of Stuttering John's mom? How can we make fun of Stuttering John's hair? How can we make fun of Stuttering John's mustache and his? What bits do you write? And that's why he's looking down. He can't look at the camera with confidence because he's not confident because he doesn't write bits. See, I heard Ronnie Heels. Wait, time out. I heard Ronnie Heels DeSantis is going to buy some higher lifters for his boots, claiming that Ron DeSantis is a midget. Thank you for that, Coltrane. Some mirrors lie, says Toto Payne Diaz. Wow, two hot takes, societal autism and some mirrors lie. All right, let's get back into Zen. So they write bits, right? Let's check it out.
We're trying to make a morning show, like old school radio morning show.
Again, it's not radio. It's not radio. This is the. Zenhauser, are you retarded? Are you... The more you keep speaking, the more retarded I think you actually are. Who turns on YouTube or Spotify or Apple iTunes and it's like, I'm going to turn on the radio? Who seriously, anyone in tonight's chat? Jay says, don't cry. It's hard, dude. It really is hard. Because it's like, These guys, they're helpless. They live in such a delusion where it's like no matter what you say, it will not get through to them. I mean, I could light myself on fire and, run up to Zenhauser and be like, this isn't the radio. And he'd be like, oh, so this is the radio. And it's like, I just lit myself on fire for no reason. Ron is 5'8", someone is saying. Phil Elmore and Zenhauser are a cute couple, says Stuttering John Fingernails. But again, they live in this fucking fantasy that somehow this is the radio. It's like this is the farthest thing from the radio.
And listen, we're trying to make a morning show, like old school radio morning show.
And I watch you guys. You guys have the music and everything, and I check it out when I can.
You guys have the music, and well, that's about it. And I can check it out when I can. Tony is such a fucking conniving little fucking twat.
You guys have the music and everything, and I check
what
it out
else,
when
Tony? What else do they have? Surely it can't be just music. They do 27 shows a day. Surely they're not just playing music on all 27 shows. I mean, you see why I hate this motherfucker? I can't. I just can't. These guys, live in their own worlds. We do radio. He does music on the radio. It's like, what? What are we talking about, bro?
I can. I didn't this morning because I woke up at 10:30, but
right.
I'm on a juice cleanse, which is basically
out of nowhere, he brings up his juice cleanse. Where is it? Where is it? Scared. Why are you telling us about your juice cleanse, your carrot-filled juice bottle? Aren't you supposed to be riffing about the radio? I'm glad you did because, this is fantastic. But, listen to this.
Woke up at 10:30, but
right.
I'm on a juice cleanse, which is basically this is a liquid carrot. It's like when Bugs Bunny would go to a juicer
Bugs Bunny.
and just put a bunch of carrots in and drink that. That's essentially what this is right now.
I know, it sounds horrible.
It's awful. But
now watch these two riff it out. Check this out. This is comedians riffing. Check it out.
Because I can't balance fast food and drinking that well, I have to give myself a little bit of dry January, which is what I'm doing now. So if I were to show up at a comedy club right now, this is about as alcoholic as I'm going to get right now, unfortunately.
I'm guessing that juice cleanse is responsible for that mustache.
Well, it's different from what they were doing in the tunnels because that was the juice cleanse.
The juice cleanse.
Yeah, that was juice cleanse. I see what you did there.
Germany, 1941.
The mustache gives you powers.
That was the real juice cleanse. But yeah, you're right.
If my mustache has to be a little bit tighter, I guess.
Yeah. On the east and western fronts, you got to get them together.
That's right. And, they got to come a little bit closer.
But this is actually happening on a podcast. They are now riffing about their mustaches. Riveting content is an understatement.
You can't even pull that off anyway. It doesn't meet in the middle properly. You have the same. We don't have the right mustaches for that because mine has a little part in the. They call that the cherub.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what it is. The cherub. Again, why are we saying this out loud on a show?
But if
I thought it was from all the cocaine.
Right. Yeah. Well, live your life. YOLO.
YOLO. This motherfucker really. We're in 2024. The song YOLO came out in 2013. Drake put out a song called YOLO in 2013, and you're bringing up almost 11 years later. Oh, just live your life, YOLO. And it's like, you call yourself a comic? You call yourself a fucking comic, and you're using 11-year-old references? You should be fucking shot. Figuratively, of course, I would never actually shoot you. And you're holding your mustache. How fucking, insane is this? I hate this fucking guy, Zenhauser. And I think I hate him more than I hate Tony fucking Mazer. At least Tony Mazer podcast in front of a dresser and a wall and a bag and a printer and some books. Zenhauser actually bought a green screen thinking that this would be, a pimp studio, but doesn't chroma key it out when he goes on other shows. So you're left with a fat man holding his mustache, saying the words YOLO in front of a actual green screen. So, yeah, Zenhauser, it is confirmed. I hate you more than Mazer.
But yeah, I mean that and again, that was an easy upkeep, that mustache, and we really ruined that. Let's be honest. We should bring.
Yeah,
that back.
I think we need to bring it.
Should we? We should bring mustaches back. All right, well, we'll bring it back this year just for Anthony Zenhauser. What a fucking loser. Let's go to 16 minutes. Tony goes on a rant, and Zen gets disconnected. Tony panics. Let's check this out. 16 minutes in. Oh.
To do the things that he did to
Wiring.
both Howard Stern, to imagine what he was like on
Hold
the
on,
Tonight Show.
time out.
That job didn't last very long.
So Rainy G is usually a Melton guy, right? Patrick, imagine being a Melton guy, by the way. Is a Melton guy, but says Melton became my enemy. That I'm reading here. He didn't shave. What didn't he shave? Starting John Fingernail says, I heard Zenhauser gave Phil Elmore a rusty trombone. Where's that? I mean, for fuck's sake. All right, so apparently Patrick Melton doesn't shave. Bro, do you got a chirp? Phil Elmore gave Zenhauser a dirty Sanchez. Honk the Clown, by the way. Shout out to Honk. Honk, when are you doing your next show, Honk? Seriously, when's Honk doing his next show? Honk has an enemy list of 3 guys. Ski Mask, Stevie Lou, and Phil Elmore. It's the funniest shit in the world. Honk, do a show right now. Just go up against me. Everyone else is. Casey Armstrong, Patrick Melton. Pat's doing his 5th show today. Oh, but I got a wife. You don't have a wife, bro. You don't. No real wife would actually let you stream 19 times a day. I mean, you're almost as worse as Shuli. Honk says, I need a producer. Honk is greater than Ray. Nice investigation you are doing there, Phil Honk. Thanks, Jeff. I wouldn't be surprised if Ray decided to boot up a stream. Chris, you're hired, they're saying. I mean, Ray DeVito, just go live, Ray. Just go live. You might as well. Everyone else is live. Honk is going to show us all about those fellers. No, but it is hilarious. I mean, for people who are in our Discord and, just people who see Honk's post, I mean, they're funny as shit. He's like, filthy Phil Elmore, And there was a stretch of time for like a week straight, like every day, every 5 minutes, it was like filthy Phil, filthy Phil. That might have contributed to filthy Phil's fucking exit from the internet. Ray is live with OJ. I mean, why am I not surprised? That's access to have Chris produce the clown. I can't produce Jay. You can, Chris. You can, says Jay. So wait, apparently Ray is live? No fucking way. This is amazing. Oh, look at that. Going live at 9 p.m. with Obnoxious John. See you then, punks. I mean, I really have no room to talk shit. Ray DeVito does better numbers than I do. I mean,
this has been a very fun show.
Very fun show. Very fun week. And Ray's wearing the chain. Check this out. I said I wouldn't do any Ray DeVito coverage in 24, but he's trying to go live up against me, so we will snipe him.
Year was that?
Oh, they're still up there. They're still up. That's when I did a video with Pat Dixon. Someone
We're
has
just gonna watch like 2
avatar
minutes
when
of
they
this.
super chat. It's me with the video I did with Pat Dixon. Like, people don't realize. Like,
and so we have this guy Obnoxious John here. Did I mute my shit?
Deal there for a while. Like, I mean, he was like one of the.
And I feel like I really do feel bad, like for some people.
Yeah, he's still
It bothers me.
starts touring again.
It does bother me here. Let me go to my first camera here. It bothers me that some of these people are like so obsessed with Cardiff Electric and Obnoxious John and Tukey and some of these other people that hide behind filters, or they, use puppets to do content. I mean, it kind of upsets me, because most of these people are in their 40s, they're in their 30s and 40s, and it's like they look forward to Tukey and they look forward to OJ and Cardiff. It's like, cartoons is something you should have gave up as a child. Whoa. Am I doing a fucking red bar there? Jesus. Settle down, throat. But the point remains, it's like, again, cartoons, I don't know why these people still watching cartoons. I mean, I know I'm getting lit up for that. I mean, I might as well. Jay Purdue, okay, cool. How the fuck is anyone tuning into Rated Vita? I mean, it's 160 people. Red Bar is watching. That's another thing. The Red Bar guys, I think Bumba was one of them. I mean, clearly he's still one of them here tonight, but I did that little Red Bar fart segment, and it's like, they lost their fucking minds. I'm all over the fucking, whatever the fuck their Facebook group is. Come on, Blade. You can help out the clown. Says the taxes theft. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's just time. That's the only thing. It's like, when I sign off a show, you have to understand, I'm like doing so much other shit to get ready for the next show. It never fucking ends, taxes. The BBG talks about I'm not surprised, I'm really not surprised, Bumba. Who is this gay singing? I'll mail you some good organic weed. I guess this is an offer from Honk. Yeah, Bubba, someone sent me something earlier. They're like, yeah, this guy, they were talking about me. They're like, this guy rips, everything he does. Mike should really sue fucking this guy. It's funny. It's all funny to me. Blade, I'll do all the research you produce. I mean, I'll produce. That's not funny. Or, I'm sorry, I'm reading a chat and trying to talk at the same time. So I'm a little drunk. Blade, I'll do all the research you produce. I mean, I'll produce, but Huck, I think you could do it on your own. Like you don't necessarily need. I know it's it's easier with two people, for sure, but you don't necessarily need me. I've seen you can do it on your own. Hit me up after the show. This isn't for the show. Hit me up after the show. We'll talk. Accept weed, but don't dox yourself. Address. Yeah, you're going to have to send it to a P.O. box. Sean Cinderbrand. He is the only one with a Shuley impression that makes me giggle. The clown will do all the work, Blade. Okay, people are saying. Yeah, hit me up after the show. We'll discuss this after the show. Honk, you got the dude. Wait, Honk, you got this, dude. We have faith in your show. Honk, I honestly think your show could be probably one of the better shows here in this universe. I mean, you have the chops. And just, persistently, just go after Phil Elmore every show. I mean, it would be amazing. I had a dream about Megamind. She was wearing clothes. God, do I even want to know what that dream was about? Subscribe to Honk the Clown. Thank you, Kay. Yeah, subscribe to Honk. Blade, you offered help to Ray. The clown is asking for less help. That is true. That is true, the taxes. That is true. I did. I offered Ray to be on this show. Well, not this show, but to be on this channel, and I would produce him. That is true, taxes. I mean, yeah. You're right. What am I to say? Hey, Tim Pool. You can't keep the hat on forever. We know you're bald. Kafer says, ugh. To be fair, Blade tried twice to hire him. Yeah. Oh, why'd you delete that? Why'd you delete that, Jeff? Yeah, I tried hiring Ray. I tried hiring fucking Joey C. They all laughed in my face. It's fine. I don't really give a shit at the end of the day. It's less work for me, to be honest. I wasn't looking for money, so I'm not making anything more or less than what I would make if I was to produce any of their content. I would not allow anyone to help Ray DeVito. He is mine. Lu Hu Za Her, says Sean Cinderband, to hire Ray, says Joe. All right, what's Ray talking about here? Check this out. We're going to call Ray DeVito, actually. We're going off script here. Why? Okay. We're going off script. We're going to call Ray.
Doing comedic brilliance.
Just want to empathize, Ray. Now, I want to be very clear. I did say last week or Saturday I wouldn't be covering Ray in 2024. And this isn't what this is, this isn't what this is at all. We're not covering Ray. He decided, like, Ray is so fucking retarded, bro. I know I use that word a lot, but I mean, it fits what these people are. Ray is an actual fucking just tart. Like, he sees everyone else live and he thinks, he has to come in and swing his dick around and thinks he has to go live with and compete with everyone else. And you got people super chatting them left and right. It's like, Ray, my lost interest. Ray isn't going to do, you know what Ray's going to do with your $1.99? He's going to go out and buy more fucking Bud Lights with it. And buy a Black and Mild. And buy fucking Keppra. Not Keppra. What's the other fucking opiate? Not ketamine. What's the... God damn it. Take a misheard opinion, run with it, get exposed for being retarded, says Kafer. What's the fucking opiate? That's not an opiate. That is an opiate that Ray takes. Kratom. Thank you, James. Thank you. Kratom. Thank you, Sheila Aliens. That's what Ray's gonna do with your money. So go ahead, super chat to him. You're fake fucking Guido. Bro, you're a fake fucking Italian, bro. Your last name probably ain't even DeVito. Probably like Ray Smith, and you decided to come online with the last name DeVito. Let's see the birth certificate, you fucking liar. So let's call Ray, because I've had enough, quite frankly. This all has to end.
Right, but that's not the point. He just said you said stole.
Stole.
Yeah, there you go.
And Obnoxious John has to be on with these guys are all fucking half fucking wit losers. They really are. What's that make me? I'm sitting here covering it. Let's call Ray. Let's see why he feels the need to hop on while I'm live. I don't even think he will answer. Hold on, I gotta hook this up. Give me a second here. All right, here we go. Ray DeVito. He is so fucking clueless.
Hello, you've reached Ray DeVito. Please leave a message and I will call you back. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Fuck you, Ray! Sorry. All right, I guess he's not answering. Imagine when he listens to that voicemail. Hopefully it blows out his eardrums.
iPhone, because I just got a new iPhone.
Okay.
There's your phone.
Backmarket.com
There's your
offered me
fucking
$150
phone.
for this phone.
Backdoor.com? What was that?
Back Market. Remember when everyone thought the same thing? This computer, everyone thought I got it on Black Market because I said it was
that's unbelievable.
blackmarket.com. I got it on Back.
I just fucking called you, and you don't. I mean, you're showing your phone. That's all. All right, wait, we're getting out of Ray. I can't. I just really can't. Thank you for the update. Let's go back to Zen and Mazer. Anthony Squared, as I should say, isn't using his isn't using his new iPhone. LOL Soup, Ray gets 20 fuck yous in his voicemail every week. Yeah, it's all very fascinating stuff. All right, we're getting off of Ray. Let's continue with Zen and Mazer.
Very long. So you got to wonder, like, what's the common denominator? It's him.
It really is. And we've seen this when you do stand-up comedy, is that there's certain comics who think they're entitled to the green room, they're entitled to going up at a certain time, they're entitled to free drinks, they walk out on tabs, and that's who John is. And It's funny, when you said that you had a little sympathy back in the day listening to John, you're like, oh, this seems like a pile-on. I kind of didn't, because I remembered when I was a kid, I shouldn't have been watching this, but I came across a video. It was a recorded video. No. It was an actual tape. I was thinking of something else. It was Howard Stern's Butt Bongo Fiesta.
Oh yeah.
And it aptly named because they bring girls on the stage and they play bongos on their buttocks. And but then there's other skits that were involved, and one of them is they filmed when the zookeeper, John DeBella, when his morning show dropped to number 2 and Howard Stern took him over in Philadelphia. They had this whole thing in Philly where we're going up to the hotel. We've got Jackie, we've got Fred, everybody. And they had Jessica Hahn with them. And of course, Jessica Hahn was known as wasn't she like the mistress who took down, was it Jim Baker?
Jim Baker,
yeah.
Jim Baker.
So Jessica Hahn is in a bathtub, and they threw Stuttering John in the tub with his underwear and socks, and it's just black water because he doesn't wash himself properly. And I'm like, and then there were a bunch of other things over the years with Stuttering John, culminating to the point where he gets AJ Benza thrown off of the show.
Check this out.
Over a fight that Stuttering John started, because he was making fun of him that AJ Benza's show had gotten canceled or something. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on team AJ Benza. And this was 2001. So here we are now, it's 2024. And now you have podcasts, including most notably the Uncle Rico show, that are ripping on Stuttering John. And like I said, I'm not usually up for a pile-on, but my God, he really does bring it upon himself. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Wow. Big point for Tony there.
Man, money's just fake, man. Right?
What do you got to say for yourself, Tony? Doesn't look
we
like...
lose you.
Yeah, you lost him. It's like, cut it out of the show. Like, why wasn't this cut out of the show? Like, why couldn't you cut it out from the time you stopped speaking to whenever you're about to cut it out? Like, you look like a complete fucking idiot that deserves a fucking tomato thrown at your fucking dome piece. Tony Mazer, everyone. Zen, let's see. We got like 2 more clips from this. I want to do like 3 more things on tonight's show. But I have to make the announcement of where I will be this weekend. Next show, I mean, it's going to be lit. I promise you that. Because it's going to be some exclusive coverage we're going to be having here. 40 minutes. I can't fucking read for shit, man. 40 minutes. Zen says, crazy money. All right, let's check this out. 40 minutes. Actually, no. Let's just go to 1:17:25. Tony's going to explain his edginess. I always love when a podcaster has to reassure the audience how edgy they are. Let's check this out. 1:17:25.
It's just the way it is now. You have to just kind of keep your mouth shut and play nice. You don't necessarily have to be opinionated either way. And really, who wants to hear what artists have to say about politics? Like, who the fuck cares? I never understood that. Why musicians have to tell you their political beliefs. Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
Yeah, it's what I like. It's funny with me is that my personality on Twitter where I'll just talk shit. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Clowncast.
I will go up there and just trash people just because I'm bored and I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And has it cost me work? Has it cost me jobs? Yeah, of course it has. But you know what?
Like, all right. So I see Sean Cinderbrand says, all I know for sure is that, and I assume you're talking about me, but it says, all I know for sure is that he really does seem to have somewhat genuine hatred for these 2 people that I may never think of. Oh, sorry, the chat's going up. That I may never think about, again, because they're shitbirds. And to that, I would say this, as it pertains to Tony and Zen. So you have to understand, Zenhauser is clinging on to the Stuttering John train, 5 years past its expiration date. And Tony Mazur is so fucking delusional. Like, he thinks, he is the voice of radio. Like, just because he did radio for like 6 months, it puts him on the same playing field as people like Howard Stern and, Opie and Anthony and fucking Preston and Steve and all these guys. Mazur, there's a reason why you're in the situation that you are. Standing in front of a bookcase, 74 viewers with Anthony Zenhauser. I mean, it's pathetic. So that's why I hate them. Yes, that's why I hate them. Because they live in a fucking fantasy world. They live in delusion, and they think that they're something that they're not. That's why I hate them.
But at least at the end of the day, I know that I've kept my integrity. Integrity doesn't pay, but at least I know that I'm the real deal. That what you see on that Twitter account of mine,
yes,
and then you talk to me in real life, I'm a lot nicer in real life, but I still am that same person. So,
that's just stupid.
It is stupid. It's absolutely dumb. But at one time, people were like, "Oh, Tony, I don't agree with you on your whatever you're talking about right now, but boy, you have the balls to say what." I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And then
so he really wants us to believe that people in his outside life that aren't related to the podcast, look at Tony and think that Tony is like the last bastion of free speech, that Tony will say and do the things that other people are afraid of. Again, there's nothing, you could go through this whole entire podcast yourself, and there's nothing that you'll find that's edgy. The only thing that's edgy is Tony telling you that he's edgy. And when a guy has to tell you he's edgy, chances are he's not edgy. So there's that. And then Zenhauser just agrees. There's no challenge. There's no pushback. He just goes along to get along. He's a yes man. Yes, sir. Can I fucking fondle your balls and can we just, move on? So that's why I hate these guys. Hopefully that answered your question. Shout out Upper Darby, Clifton Heights, Springfield. He's just a mediocre. I'm sorry, I can't even read it right now. Where'd that even go? Mediocre to the max. Yeah, he's definitely mediocre, but he's worse than mediocre because he lives in a delusion. That's my problem with him. All right, so let's get to the last clip. Let's go to 11946. All right, so Zen's going to do his plugs, and this is going to lead me to my announcement. I know it's like 5 hours past overdue. Everyone's probably like, "I just get to it already." I'm sorry. I mean, when I'm watching this back, these are my thoughts I'm having. So for me not to say it on the show would be a complete disservice to me.
From the horrible, shitty person that's attached to it. Because if we really looked inside the lives of a lot of people we liked, we probably wouldn't like anything. Because that's the way it is. We're all horrible people.
Exactly. And that's what I wanted to say. I'll promote a gig right now. I'm doing a show with Vince Champ.
I got to get out of here. I'll see you later. Vince Champ.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on here on the podcast. Again, go see Shuli and Bob and Zen and Mike over this weekend. And go check them out on social media at the Zen Comic and on.
All right. So check this out. I mean, we're going to finish this, the rest of this. But so where the fuck is that tab? Kumia, Opie. Right here, the Shuli Network. Check this out. The Shuli upcoming events. Laugh It Up Comedy, 1/13/2024. Shuli Egger, Bob Levy, Mike Morrison, Anthony Zenhauser. Laugh It Up Comedy Club in Poughkeepsie, New York, Saturday, January 13th. That's not the event. The Dojo of Comedy. Bob Levy, Shuli Egger, Mike Morrison, Anthony Zenhauser. The Dojo of Comedy. 231 Speedwell Ave, Morris Plains, New Jersey. Sunday, January 14th, 7 p.m. Doors are at 6. I'm going to be attending this Dojo of Comedy on 1/14. So if today is 111, that makes it, what's today? Thursday, Friday's the 12th, 13th is Saturday, 14th is Sunday. So Sunday, January 14th, 6 p.m. We brought you, the Pottstown debacle. And we are set to bring you the Dojo of Comedy featuring Bob, Shuley, Mike Morse, Zenhauser. We're going to be taking the trip on, I thought it was Saturday, which I'm kind of bummed now, because now that just kind of pushes everything back a day. I thought this was going to be on Saturday. I'd film it Saturday and bring back the footage, go through the footage, and, do a show on Sunday, take off on Monday, go to the studio on Tuesday, be back, so on and so forth. But whatever, that's fine. I'll still be there Sunday. I'm going to purchase my ticket now, so let's do this live on air. Bob Levy, Shuley, Igor, Mike Morse, and Anthony Zenhauser.
If I could be a Jew right now,
I would be a Jew. Shuley. All right, so let's do this. We'll purchase one ticket. $25, by the way, is the going rate. It says all shows are 21 and over unless otherwise specified. 2-item minimum in showroom. So, okay, I have to buy at least 2 things, which shouldn't be a problem. I'll buy 2 drinks and probably an appetizer. Limited snack menu available in showroom for dinner. Reservations, please email mike@tiffscomedy.com. Doors open at 1, or doors open 1 hour before showtime. Free parking is available. Check this out. So this needs to be noted. So my shtick could be blown before I even walk into the door. Recording of any kind is prohibited, and anyone recording is agreeing to have the recording device confiscated. It's all right. I will be bringing 4 recording devices. You can't confiscate them all. My plan, and maybe I shouldn't be saying this on there, but I don't really give a fuck. Try to stop me. We're going to record. So you could take away one phone. You could take away a camera. You could take away my camcorder. You could take away my film crew. We will still film. I'll hack into the Dojo of Comedy's fucking camera operations, and I will steal the footage from that night. Either which way, we're going to be filming everything and bringing it back on the show. So let's purchase the ticket now. Add to cart. Your shopping cart is currently empty. Well, didn't I just put that in my cart? Oh, okay. I got to put 1. Boom. Add to cart. Why is it saying my shopping cart is empty? What is going on here? All right, let's give this a refresh. So 1/14/2024 is where I want to go. We're going to purchase this. Yes, purchase tickets. So this will be exclusive coverage, and it looks like my next show will be Monday the 15th, probably right after MLC, or it might be in the morning. I don't know. I might do a morning show on Monday. And I'll be bringing... Why is it saying the shopping cart is currently empty? Does anyone know what the fuck's going on here? Can anyone else try this at home? What is going on? At the mothership in Texas, they take your phone and watch it if... watch if Apple's? Apple. And watch if Apple. Record getting kicked... Record getting kicked out, if anything. Yeah, I'm recording everything I can. I'm bringing 4 phones again. Super Bowl Sunday. No, this is this Sunday, TJ Holly. Or am I going? I don't plan on going to AC Super Bowl Sunday, if that's what you're asking. Kafer, you have to put it in a bag, heckle them. What's that chirp noise, Blade? Smoke detector? No, it is the ambience of the studio. I'll be looking for you, Tim. I said, hey, at Pottstown on my way out. Bruins playing out in Vegas tonight. I already asked me to growl. You saw me, said, hey, I'll be stocked up, Tim. That's a chirp, right? We share a passion for real hoagies. All right, does anyone know? Can anyone try ordering a ticket here? Like, what is going wrong? Why can't I do this? Yeah, that's not a smoke detector, by the way. It's just part of the studio. Happens about every 10 seconds. Shopping cart is empty. Or maybe I gotta sign up. All right, let's try this. create a password. Sign up. Maybe that's why my shopping cart. We're sorry. The page you are looking for no longer exists. What the fuck is going on here? What kind of scam is this? This is insane. I might have to do this off air for the sake of time. I was trying to prove a point. 8 characters minimum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, that should be perfect. God damn. This is, I mean, just insane. Can't even sign up for a goddamn comedy event. It's like, do you want my money or not? Sign up. What the fuck? I mean, I just did this. 8 characters minimum. Try it again. One more time. If not, I'll do it off air, but rest assured I will be going to this event. Even if I got to drive up there, ticketless, and I'll buy a ticket at the goddamn door. Sign up. I mean, what is going on here? The value is required. Okay, I mean, I mean, this is really testing my patience. God damn it. And it just brings me back to the first screen. I mean, I really honestly don't know what else to do. Does anyone have a login information that I could use? Maybe I already... I mean, I don't know. I see, that's not even working. All right, well, we're going to have to try this here. Let me just save this. We'll go to home. I'll save this link. I'll have to do this on my own time here. I'm not going to bore you guys with me trying to sign up. All right, so there you have it. Tony Mazer, Anthony Zenhauser, probably one of the worst podcasts of all time. But if anything came out of it, just rest assured, I will be there filming. And I'll bring it back on the show. And just, I mean, seriously, try to stop me. Because you won't. You'll take away a phone, and I'll have 3 more. So there's really not much you could do, Shuli, Bob Levy. And you guys are, quite frankly, bitches if you don't let me film. What I expect, Zen maybe to do a quick 10, Mike Morse to play his guitar, Bob Levy to do crowd work, and Shuli to practically be an MC. I don't really expect much. This event is about an hour and a half away from me, so it's going to cost money to get up there. It's going to cost $25 for the ticket, which is all fine and good because it's going to be worth it to watch these motherfuckers attempt comedy. It is all worth it. Let's see here. What are people saying? Blade records. Do you need money or something? No, I don't. I just couldn't make an account for whatever reason. Try to make an account. If you can make an account, then by all means, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Mazer loves black men, bending him over for George Floyd. For appetizers at Tiff's. Thank you for that, Jess. We appreciate that. The $1 or the $9.99. I should
Man,
say.
money's just fake, man. Right?
We appreciate that. Yeah, I'll get a platter of mozzarella sticks on Jeff. Thank you. The blacks. People are saying we need a win by 2 offering plate so Blade can sign. It's not even that. I challenge you, Citizen M, to try to make an account. Baby Red Bar sucks. People are saying. Yeah, well, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Get that news scoop. You got Shulied. I can't get past making an account, so that's the issue. Someone guessed your password in less than 2 minutes. He does the best commercials for me. I never even ask. All right. So, did you meet Mazer in Pottstown? No. Their cut doesn't suck. I don't know how I feel. I'm undecided about the haircut. I might be going bald by the next show. Dude, that's just... Wait, what's it saying? Broccoli, buy a Shuli t-shirt at the show. Thank you for the $19.99, Broccoli.
Man, money's just fake, man.
We appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, that's if even they're selling merch. I doubt that they're bringing their own merch to the show. It's going to be a whole process just getting 4 guys out without a hitch, you know? But, I mean, I'm going to record it all, so... Again, you could try to stop me. You could try to, you know, frisk me for my camera gear. You know, I'm going to pass it off to the people I'm with, and they're going to film you. You can't throw everyone out. If we all start filming you, you're going to throw everyone out and do a show for nobody? Do a show for the fucking barbacks and bartenders? No! No! So, you know, I'll do what I have to do to make sure I bring back some sort of footage. At least 2 minutes worth of each stand-up. Because, I mean, really, if the event starts at 7 and there's 4 people, let's really think about this logistically. The event probably will only go to 10. The last time I went to go see Bob Levy, the event started at 7 and it got over at 9. So it was a 2-hour event and there was 3 stand-ups. It's practically the same thing. I don't see Shuli doing any sort of material. So, all right. Mike Morse opens up, plays the guitar for about 15 minutes. There's a 15-minute intermission. There's a half hour already. Zenhauser comes on. He does 30. There's another 30-minute intermission. There's 2 hours right there. And then Bob Levy closes with, 30 minutes of crowd work. And then, boom, there's 9 o'clock right there. At that time, everyone's getting ready to go home. That's what I expect. And I will get footage. So, rest assured. Thank you, though, for that, Broccoli. We do appreciate that, man. I agree with M. People are saying. Mazer does a whole podcast based on exposing police for oppressing black people. I mean, Mazer's just a fucking joke, dude. There are some people that their mic privileges need to be revoked. You know? Like, you should honestly, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, though, you should need to pass a test in order to own a microphone. Like, this is a powerful thing. Owning a microphone is a powerful thing. It amplifies your voice and it spreads your message to the masses. So to own something like we'll look back on this time period in 10, 15 years and be like, wow, how insane was that anyone just, from the poorest of the poors to, Tony Mazer could just buy a microphone on Amazon and just start talking to the masses. Like, we'll honestly look back at this time period and be like, holy shit, like this, we were, pretty fortunate because now there's only a select few that can actually get their message across. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I hope I am. Oppressed if not following police instructions. Make sure to get pics. We will get pics of it all. Crowd size is usually the first thing I go for. Because, I mean, you can make fun of the comics all you want, but it really is telling of how many people... I mean, think about it. You have these quote-unquote 4 legends that are going to be at this Tiff's Comedy Club. And if there's... What would be a bad night? What would you consider a bad night? If 35 people showed up? If 50 people showed up? Think about it. Shuli and Levy, and even Morse for a couple episodes. I mean, they were featured on Howard Stern. So these are old Stern guys that can't draw 50 people. I mean, that's pathetic. So, yeah, we will be filming the crowd size. I'll do it before everyone starts. And I'm honestly probably not doing myself any favor. I probably shouldn't even have announced that I'm going to film. Now that I'm thinking about it, because this probably will get back to Shuli. They'll probably be looking for me, but you're not going to be able to find me. I'm going to be in disguise, just like I was in Pottstown. All right, I want to keep it moving. Thank you, Broccoli. Thank you, Jeff Closer. I'll buy an appetizer and some merch on you guys. We appreciate that. So can we have clarity in the shadows? Always get pics in night mode, too. Brock may be the most known for his distinct strats. Dead audience. 15 ticks sold so far. No fucking way. Where stuttering, yeah, I mean, just fucking spray paint a shirt that says "I hate stuttering John." Maybe that'll be maybe that'll sell. Maybe that will, make me blend right in with that crowd. All right, I want to go to let's see, where do I want to go to from here? I want to do this steel toe thing. It's not that long. It's about a 5-minute clip. But this is Steel Toe's new way to get rich. This is really the whole premise of this episode is get rich or die trying. This is Aaron M. Holt's new scheme on how to get rich. And I saw this about 2 weeks ago, and my jaw hit the floor. I had planned on covering it, the show returned, but just so much happened during that show, and I forgot about it. But it was worth bringing onto this show and covering, because I've seen no one cover this. Steel Toe Boring Reddit, where are you guys? I mean, this is prime fucking, content for you guys to throw up on your Reddit and make fun of this guy, Aaron. Steel Toe Boring Reddit does a great job, but it's shit like this, that it sometimes would really set Steel Toe Boring Reddit away from the rest. I mean, you see every day Shuley Reddit and the Hackverse Reddit and every other Reddit, they're posting every day, 3 times a day. Steel Toe Boring Reddit, there's like one good poster. The Steel Toe Reddit was the sole contributor of why Aaron had, so many meltdowns a year ago at this time. Because it was me, Chad, Melton, Steel Toe Boring Reddit, and a couple, accompanied with all of you guys making fun of Steel Toe, and it sent this motherfucker into a frenzy. But we've kind of all went our separate ways at that point, from that point. So, I don't know. But let's go back into, I want to cover this. This is from December 29th. So this is about 2 weeks ago now at this point. This is Aaron and April. They get a chat in from their chatters. This is a Rumble exclusive, Rumble Friday. This is their, one of the new things that they started to do right at the tail end of 2023. They do a show Monday through Thursday on YouTube. And then on Friday, they go Rumble only, so they could play clips. $5. If you send them $5 and a clip, they'll play it on their show. They'll watch it for about 20 seconds, and then they'll move the fuck on. It's really one of the most disgusting, cringiest grifts I've seen in my years of covering disgusting, cringy grifts. So this is Aaron. They're going to get a chat in, like I mentioned, and let's see what happens. Check this shit out.
Step to Putin incorrectly, he doesn't waste time. He just poisons your dinner.
Whoops.
And then you're dead.
Sorry about that.
Hump Tower says, I know Aaron loves the idea of pooping in a box and sending it in the mail. Now you could do it and get rid of the goal. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on a second. Make money, save lives. Become a stool donor.
Oh, you'd be great at that.
Get paid.
All right, so someone sends in a chat and is like, Aaron, I know you want to get away from the goal. This might be your ticket out. This is your meal ticket out. And if you didn't hear, it was send in your stool sample for cash. That's what the chatter suggested. Let's listen again.
Get rid of the goal. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on a second. Make money, save lives. Become a stool donor.
Oh, you'd be great at that.
Get paid $500 per stool? If you're having a bowel movement every day, it can total 180 grand a year. I wouldn't need.
Look at the excitement on the April's face here. Listen, look at little Ape here.
I'm so dry.
Thinking about stool.
Need you fuckers anymore.
Oh my god.
I could just shit for a living.
Dude, I'm all for you doing this.
How the wait a minute. How does this work? This is too good to be true.
A stool donor. So does that mean that this is going to be like the that fecal transplant shit, so you've got to have like good poop? You know what I mean? Like you've got to be like tested and healthy and then just keep donating your duty.
I mean, you probably can't have, cancer or diabetes or, if Patrick Melton tried to take a shit and tried to collect cash from it, I'm sure his shit would be denied. So, yeah, I'm sure you have to be somewhat healthy. April. I mean, she really asks the dumbest questions. She really does. How she's gotten this far in life. I mean, if she wasn't a female, if she was a dude, she would have probably, been homeless by now at this point. But the simple fact that she has a set of tits and long blonde hair, I mean, really shows you how far that could take you.
Screening questionnaire.
Yeah.
Complete the verification of stool type and physical fitness, a video interview, stool and blood testing, paid for by us or the recipient. Get paid $500 per stool if you're having a bowel movement every day. Oh, shit, sometimes I can knock out 2 or 3 a day. How much shit do you need?
So he pulls it up on screen, and like you have to understand what's going on in Aaron's mind is like, holy shit, like this is our babe, this is our ticket out. Like we might actually be able to move from Minnesota, move out of the little fucking, 1-level house that we live. We might be able to finally upgrade our studio, or we might be able to say, fuck the studio. We don't need the studio anymore. We'll just keep taking shits for cash. He's excited. He's salivating at the mouth. He's pumped. April is ecstatic. Look at her. I've never seen her smile like this, ever. In my full 368 days covering Steel Toe, I've never seen a smile like this once.
Dude, go on.
Make me a millionaire.
You're losing us.
Make me a million. I mean, do you think if it was that easy, like everyone wouldn't just be doing this? It's not that you don't just shit in a box and get paid, $500 per. I mean, do you understand how insane that is? But you're really that fucking poor, which, I mean, you're really thinking this is a possibility.
It's money. Why
I
not
really
doing
am.
this?
Every time I take a shit, I'm apparently hurting my family.
There's no shame. Just send your poop in.
Nobody's going to know.
You're going to save lives, too. They need the fecal transplant.
By default, we also keep donors completely anonymous from recipients in order to maintain your privacy.
And they pay that much because nobody wants to do this.
There's got to be a catch. You're paying me $500.
No, the catch is that you're pooping in something and sending it in.
Who's donating this?
And again, April is just completely just out of it. April, this isn't real. I mean, I don't care if this is actually real. This isn't actually real. You know what I mean? Like, you guys could never actually do this. You understand?
Nonprofit so much money that they can just afford to shell out $200,000 a year for people shitting.
Ashamed people who need your poop in their colon?
Fuck, man.
Come
Why
on.
wouldn't I do this?
Why wouldn't you?
And what would you actually be transplanting? You know what I mean? Like, so what? You take a shit in a box, you send it to a lab, and then they take that said shit and then use it on another patient? Like, do you understand? Like, do you guys not think before you, like, just run with things? Oh, no, we'll just shit in a box and become rich. That is what they're thinking. They want, again, I go through this almost every week, but it's people like Aaron and other people, Tony Mazer and more, Shuley, Kevin Brennan, Chad. They want to do the least work possible and gain the most out of it. They want to do the least amount of work, but they want the maximum amount of returns. Like, it's not that simple. You don't just shit in a fucking box and become rich.
Leave that tab open, homie.
Yeah, I mean,
$180,000 a year?
I don't mean to say it this way, but send me that link in like a DM or something.
Wow, send me the link in a DM. So you're actually looking to pursue this further from your show. So for everyone, it's like, oh, this is just a bit. He's just... No, I mean, he's looking to pursue this.
Because I want to look into that.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I didn't even see what the website was.
Humanmicrobes.org.
Ew. All right, I'm writing it.
I'm literally flushing money down the toilet
She's
every
writing
day.
it down.
Yeah, that poop is worth $500.
Why don't you do it too? We could make $360 a year. What do you do for a living? Yeah, shit. All toilet paper becomes a business expense.
Any plumbing problems?
Yeah, a bidet.
Oh, yeah, you could get a bidet.
Coffee.
All the foods.
Food, yeah.
Groceries, so that you have good poop.
So they're actually thinking about this long term. Like, what can we actually write off on taxes? Oh, coffee, a bidet, groceries, right? We're going to be rich. Like, you guys are actually, I mean, you might be dumber than Anthony Zenhauser and Tony Mazer. Like, this is, you guys are actually pathetic. More pathetic than I thought originally.
All a business expense.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what's going to fuck me, though?
Nothing?
No. Well, fair enough.
No.
No, fair enough.
In this situation.
I understand.
Why are you being an asshole? I fuck you all the time.
Not being an asshole.
Jesus.
So.
I hate sex talk so much. So much. They always have to talk about, how much they're fucking. It's like, you guys are married. Have some decorum. We're not interested in hearing how your vagina gets blown out and how you're just like, skull fucking her, Aaron. Like, we're not interested in any of that. Save it for the bedroom, not on a podcast. Have some goddamn respect, please.
Sheesh.
You have no. What's gonna fuck me is booze. Because I bet you like you can't
that's
drink.
what's gonna fuck you. In this idea and this fantasy that we're living in, where you could shit, both of you, and make $360K a year, the booze is what's gonna fuck you. How about all of this is made up, and you actually have to work for a living? That's what's gonna fuck you. Your laziness is what's going to fuck you.
Just don't poop that day.
And you gotta poop every day.
Well, flush that one.
Booze is gonna fuck you over, and maybe cigar smoking.
Oh, okay.
Might fuck me
Cigar
over.
smoking, right?
But you don't do those things every day.
I don't. I do them a couple times a month. We'll see.
Watch this.
I do think the drinking, there's got to be some kind of catch. Like, there's no way you can make $200,000 a year shitting in a box. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Give him a call.
To quote Mersh.
Give him a call. Call him.
I don't believe you.
Call
it's
him,
a
she says.
conspiracy.
Insane.
You could be a shit donor.
I'd consider it. Loaded Wrench and Vidam with a couple more contributions.
So that's their biggest game. They want to be shit donors, as if there's such a thing. Again, I don't think any of that is real. I think that was a high level troll. And even if it is real, again, the simple fact that you guys are even debating this live, like, oh, should we be shit donors, is pathetic. I mean, it's, I'm vindicated in everything I've ever said about you, You guys are pathetic. If that's not bad, watch what happens here. So our good friend Jonathan Jamingo, a big reason why we changed, my first name from John to the name Blade. Whoop. Because there's just simply too many Johns in this universe, so. John Jamingo is going to pipe up here in this chat. I mean, we know John to be a super fucking creep. And just being completely, weird when it comes to ladies around this universe. Watch what Jamingo does here. So we know John Jamingo to be, first of all, not only a steel toe simp, not only a steel toe white knight, but a steel toe apologist. It's not even the right sound drop I wanted to play, but that kind of fit it there. Jamingo's going to chime in here. He's horned up in the chat. And again, this is 2 weeks in a row we're watching these, 50-plus-year-old men horned up in chat rooms. And we watched Pat Dixon last week, had to zoom in on Kate Meany's tits. We're going to watch John Jamingo this week. Well, just watch what he does.
There we go.
Thank you.
2:45 away from 10:30, 4:45 away from 12 o'clock, which is what the latest I'm willing to go today. John Jamingo says, "Hey Aaron, where's April's cowboy hat?" It's probably.
Did I miss Kif Dunnage, by the way? He said, "Imagine being a byproduct of a statutory." No, okay, so that was way before. Sorry, I didn't think I read that. Sorry about that. All right, keep playing. Don't mind me.
It's actually right here in case anyone
Just making sure I didn't miss
requested
anyone.
it. Do you want me to wear it?
Triple N says,
"Okay, so I just missed it. I'm
hey
sorry."
Aaron, where's April's cowboy hat? It's probably not far. Yeah,
It's
she
actually
has
right here in case anyone requested it. Do you want me to wear it?
So this was 4 days past our Christmas stream. John Jamingo types in the chat. He goes, "Hey, Aaron, where's April's fucking cowboy hat?" To which April pulls it out and is like, "Hey, do you want me to wear it?" Okay. I mean, harmless so far, right?
Triple N says, there is no possible way it's legit. Probably very few people qualify. Good poop is hard to come by, says 09 Canyon.
Well, yeah, that's why they pay so much.
They tested your fecal and found DNA strands from different ethnicities. Your backyard has been well visited, says Hobo Chili Recipe. You know what's funny? I didn't even read who sent that before they sent it, but I knew who sent it after I read it.
Your backyard has been tilled.
Yeah, apparently so. The soil's
Emmett's
been
tilled.
Oh, that poor guy. He just made eyes at a white lady. Balls Deep says, to be fair, your poop tells the story of your gut biome, a powerful tool. It's why Putin and Kim have a shit steward who collects their dookie. Don't want enemies knowing that shit. It's actually called the groom of the stool.
So wait, do you literally shit in a toilet then and like leave it for your shit nurse to come in and check it out? That's not okay with me. No.
Yeah, no, you send it in and they analyze it. You have to send it with dry ice.
Putin or what is it?
Well, small price to pay for being in charge of your entire sector of the world.
I don't want people looking at that.
Well, don't be so shy. Nana's Clam says, I'll quit drinking and smoking for that kind of cat.
All right, so everyone's on board with this whole fucking shit in a bag for, $1 million grift here. I'm just trying to find where Jamingo comes back in.
Okay.
By the way, I ordered the blood cum poo at the Chinese restaurant. Yeah, it says John Jamingo.
Here we go.
It had turned. When I eat blood cum poo, I want fresh blood cum poo.
I hate it.
Of course, I want April to wear a cowboy hat, says John Jamingo.
What?
What's it worth to you?
Well, so John Jamingo's in the chat. He's horned up. Mind you, they're talking about blood, poo, the nasty. John Jamingo's in the chat rooms going, I would love to see April wear this fucking cowboy hat. It's like, John, seriously, Jamingo, go back 4 days, and you could have watched them live in a hot tub and, did what you had to do, did the nasty to April as many times as you felt necessary. To do this live on a show and to ask repeatedly time and time again, it's like, bro, you're a fucking creep. And it's like, again, I'm vindicated because everything I said about you is true. You're a fucking creep. This is a married woman. You understand? They're doing a show. Imagine just, calling into the Howard Stern show and be like, hey, Robin, care to put on that two-piece fucking silk? One fucking piece. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You get my point, though. It's like you would never do that. So why do you think it's okay for you to ask April to do this? And Aaron, shame on you. You're like selling your wife out. So Aaron we're watching live. Aaron, pimp out April in live time.
See, that's how you got to do this.
Yeah, actually, I mean,
that's how you got
how bad do you want me to wear it?
Precisely.
Right.
All right, guys, we got a few more. Vadam with one.
What the fuck is that? Is that
Vadam loves his lengthy music videos.
He's
pooping. I don't know if
fast forward through this.
Ripping on selfie song. Okay.
Click.
Nova Rockefeller Gang.
This is their
featuring,
Friday show, by the way.
Tom McDonald. Charlotte Airport. Fucking junkies started using.
Are we barking orders at me?
I really thought your cowboy hat was in today's show. John Jamingo with $5 says, "Is this enough?" I mean, not really, but April, go ahead.
John Jamingo donates $5 for April to put on the cowboy hat. So I mean, it's I mean, I don't even know, man. I really don't even know. It's like, you're just a fucking weird. You're just a weirdo.
Fucking junkies started using it, and a lot more coming up in today's show. John Jamingo with $5 says, "Is this enough?" I mean, not really, but April, go ahead.
Oh. Are we barking orders?
Aaron's the worst.
I really thought your
Aaron is the worst pimp of all time. For $5, you're gonna have your wife do the unthinkable here. Put on another hat for another man as he's, jerking it behind his fucking keyboard. You should be ashamed, Aaron. April, you should be ashamed. Jamingo, you should be fucking killed. Not literally, by the way, in a podcasting sense.
Cowboy hat was worth more than that, but I was wrong.
Can I get this on with headphones? Probably not.
Probably not.
Nope.
All right, 235 and 435 are the numbers for your different overtimes today.
And there's like 2 overtimes now. They're doing, I don't even know. I mean, Steel Toe has just really just come off the fucking hinges. They're trying to shit in bags for cash. They have 2 overtime goals for cash. You know, April's putting on fucking hats. I mean, she's practically half naked here, wearing this see-through fucking silk shirt. Practically half naked. I mean, it's just, when's enough with these people? Seriously. All right, so there you have it. Steel Toe looking to get rich by shitting in a bag. I thought that was insane. I watched that 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't even believe what I was watching. Bex Bingto. Jamingo should be locked up. I mean, he should have been locked up years ago, Jeff. Sean says, what? It's part of the studio? Yeah, the sound, yes. The sound is part of the studio. Check this out, ready? Because we could cut it just like that. Now there's no sound. Pretty insane, right? You don't hear it? Jamingo is half tart, isn't he? Says Girth Brooks. Chirp, they're saying. Put it away, Jamingros. Kiff, holy shit. I'm such a fan. We do have a John Jamingo emoji in this, in my chat somewhere. Let me see. Is it still there? No, did I take it away? I guess I took it away. No, there it is right there. Yeah, K McDuck puts it right on cue. Thank you for that, K McDuck. All right, we're going to put the ambience back on. It's like ASMR. If you close your eyes and listen. It's like you're in a spaceship. All right, I think I'm going to do 2 more things. I don't even know. I'm fucking pretty hammered at the moment right now. I'm barely holding this thing together at this point in time. I want to play, let's play a little infomercial. I got to step away. I want to get a glass of water. I want to play this infomercial that I saw Patrick Melton. I didn't know he was on TV. So let's play this. Let me go get a glass of water, and we will be right back. But enjoy this little infomercial from Patrick Melton.
I had high hopes for my life.
Okay, don't look. All right, here we go. Check this out. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We will be right back after these short messages.
Plans and dreams, but slowly and painfully, my food addiction is killing me. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
I'm very scared my father is going to have to watch his child die.
He's constantly wanting to eat. He can't stop. He doesn't know how.
Food is going to always be a demon in my life.
People say, you're disgusting. How could you live with yourself? Nobody wants you.
Why are you jumping on my case?
You're overeating and yelling like it is our fault.
My life is bleak. I need to make a change. I feel guilty when I enable my mother. But if I don't do what she wants, it's a war zone.
I asked for one thing.
I just keep gaining weight because I really can't move, I can't walk, I can't do anything.
Oh, damn it!
To live through what she has and to be the person she is, that's beyond strength.
Sometimes we think we're hungry for food when we're really hungry for purpose.
I literally have not walked since last year.
He needs to know that you are ready for this surgery because I am not going to stay in this town more than a year.
I have the opportunity of my life and I'm going to take advantage of it.
No matter how much you know that surgery's safe, it's so scary.
That's the biggest stomach I ever seen.
I'm afraid I'm running out of time.
Please don't let her think. Why do you think I'm fucked up?
It's so much pain, it hurts so bad.
All right, just take a deep breath. The help is coming, okay?
This is it. It's either now or never.
My 600-pound life, the new season coming to Win by 2 Radio YouTube channel. All right, we're going to do a couple more things, and then I'm going to get out of here. I got to eat something. I mean, that's kind of ironic after watching that trailer. But yeah, I watched that on, I think it was TLC the other day, and I saw Melton in that. I'm like, holy shit, bro. Like, I didn't know it was that bad. It's like you should go get yourself some help, Melton, instead of doing another podcast for the 90th time. Why don't you go get yourself some help? Let's see who's live right now, shall we? Oh, Nightwave's live. Mersh is live at the moment. Keanu's live at the moment. Balking all Thursday she does. If I had Keanu's number, I'd call her right now. We're going to do a couple more things. I want to touch on this compound stuff that I had. I mean, it's in the thumbnail after all. And then I think we're going to get out of here for the night. And we're going to go film. Again, we're going to go film on Sunday. The big comedy event from Shuli. And then we'll be back here on, I believe, Monday now. I thought it was going to be Saturday. I thought the comedy show was Saturday. And then Sunday, we would have planned on being back on the show. But I think the show said it was Sunday night. So we'll be back here Monday night. We'll break down that whole comedy event. Hopefully I'm not as drunk or hungover. And it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Again, I'm trying to get back in the rhythm of doing 2 shows a week. So bear with me as we get back in the flow of things here. But, all right. So I want to do a couple more things. I want to touch on... let's just do this compound stuff. Let's do this compound stuff because Anthony Cumia is back. And if we have time, we'll do this Mere Musk podcast from last night, which was a fucking, catastrophe to say the least. So let's start off with compound. So, and you guys are hearing that beeping. Again, it's not anything out of the ordinary here. It's all part of the plan. So we're going to start off. This was clipped out by Misery Loves Clips. Now, we've heard Gino say this time and time again in the past. And I have a gripe. I have a bone to pick with Gino. Again, on the comeback show on Saturday, Blade Surrection. Again, go check it out. 9 hours of riveting content. I wanted to go over this, but, I mean, there was just so much going on, and Alex came in, and so I never really actually had the time to go through this, but Gino, we've heard Gino say this time and time again, where Gino does his In Hot Water, and, they have In Hot Water, they have mornings with Bill Schultz and Joanne, and they do the Cumia show when Cumia is not fucking in a hospital somewhere about to die from triple bypass surgery. And then every so often they do a wet spot with Chrissy Mayer. But outside of that, that is the extent of their shows. They had another podcast that just closed down we're going to get to here in just a second. And we're pretty much just highlighting how Compound Media is on its last legs. Now, I know this has been thrown around for, what feels like now years. But it really is on its last legs. Anthony Cumia has finally moved down to South Carolina. He's built his little setup down in his basement, which we're going to be taking a look at. It's pretty bad. Again, you're a millionaire. You're a millionaire, and your setup is equivalent to a Twitch streamer's. It's bad, dude. It's really bad. But this clip in specific that's going to kick us off here, Gino is going to make the claim that he actually doesn't know the numbers. Now, this was from New Year's Eve. This was Gino and Keanu on Nobody Likes Onions. And with Patrick Melton. And they were pretty much kissing his ass. Yes, Patrick. We love you, Patrick. Your show's great, Patrick. But again, I kind of poked a hole through this story on Saturday, and I thought, the only reason why Keanu and Gino even say these things to people like me or Patrick is so, in hopes that we don't actually cover them in a negative light. They think if they could just say and repeat that, we're good and what we do is good and, they're friends with us, we'll actually turn the other way. And that's not the case. I'm here to tell you, again, we're going to cover Gino. We're going to cover Keanu. We'll cover them all. Anthony, we'll cover everybody from Compound Media until the day they die. You know what I mean? They're all fucking hack-ass cringe lords. All of them. But we've heard Gino have this excuse for the better part of 5 years. He does a show. We're supposed to believe that Gino Bisconti does a show from Compound Media. He's been doing a show now for about 7 years or so. and he actually doesn't know the numbers or how many people actually tune into his show? And if true, I mean, Gino, isn't that worrisome? Like, you don't have access to see how many people are actually checking out your show? Like, wouldn't you want to see the analytics and the statistics of how much, how many people are watching you live or, just watching you in general? So to pay this, it's either one or two things. It's either you don't know, which you're saying, or you do know and you refuse to tell us. Either way, it's bad. So this was from New Year's Eve, again, courtesy of Misery Loves Clips. Shout out to Misery Loves Clips. Clipper was voted Best Clipper of the Year via the Insufferable Bastards, whatever, nominee awards, whatever they got going on over there, Carlos Danger. And it reads, Gino says he has no idea how many people watch In Hot Water on a daily basis, live or otherwise. Do you believe him? Or are the numbers so small without Aaron Berg, it's too embarrassing to admit? So let's check this out. This is Gino Bisconti on Nobody Likes Onions, claiming he actually doesn't know how many people watch his show. And this is going to be important here. We'll set this up here in a second. Let's check this out.
Then what are the numbers? Like, do you know the numbers?
No.
What are you, Kevin Brennan?
No, I'm not being like that. I'm asking you, do you know the numbers?
No. I don't ask the numbers. That's not my business.
But like, from an honest perspective, when you go live on your solo stuff and get 61 on your birthday, where's the Compound Media people? Like, honestly, wouldn't you ask that? Wouldn't you be like, I bet it's pretty low, right? Like, it's got to be 500.
You'd be amazed how many people, because I text with people because I gave out my number. The same day I gave out Kevin Brennan's number to prove a point, a week after he gave out Mike Calta's number. But I'm not going to get into fucking how he lies like a little cunt.
Yeah, I'm just talking about viewership numbers for Compound.
But I'm saying when people text me, it's amazing how many of them don't have Twitter, I'll be like, they'll say something like, why don't you tweet that? There's people on Compound Media that still use RSS feed. So again, I don't worry. I just do my thing, man.
So then my chat's telling me I'm retarded for saying 500, but I don't know if that means low or high.
No, it's low. Look, Compound, again, has been going out of business for the past 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. So to think about in 2024, like, how many people do you actually think sit down on a daily basis to watch In Hot Water? If Gino gets 100 total views, I would be shocked. The problem is, because you would think, like, why doesn't Kumi just kick him off? The problem is nobody wants to be on Compound Media anymore. It's not as attractive as it once was back in 2013. So Gino is all Kumia has, and vice versa. They need each other. It's a sick, twisted, demented relationship that they coexist in now at this point. Gino's going to claim he doesn't know the numbers. It's like, Gino, again, wouldn't you want to know the fucking numbers to your own goddamn show? Imagine doing a show for 9 years and never actually understanding the view count. No, it's none of my business. It's your fucking show. When is it going to be your business? I mean, for real, Kevin Brennan said it best, but where's it at? Gino's a bitch. Let's keep watching.
Look, I'm not. Look, so Compound has thousands, right? Thousands and thousands.
No.
How do you think? I'm sorry. Maybe it's making out of school.
I mean, don't get defensive. I'm asking questions.
But I'm sorry.
I don't know. I look defensive. I'm not even
Lumia just came on there and said, I'm going to do the same thing. We can work it out from here, and he'll just do the show from there, and I can't imagine he won't be back and forth.
I can tell you it's verified. He's making he said himself, and there's quotes you could look up.
It's profitable. It's profitable.
It's a 7-figure industry.
A 7-figure industry. Wow. So Compound Media, Gino Bisconti is telling us Compound Media makes millions of dollars. I don't know. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but, something smells fishy about this. Compound Media makes millions of dollars a year. An average subscription to Compound Media, I pay for one, so I know, is about $9.99. So unless you have fucking, 90,000 people? Is that even a million? I don't even know. That's quick math. I hope it is. If not, then I guess I don't know. Yeah, about fucking 900,000. So a little over 90,000. 99,000 people. So 99,000 people subscribe to Compound Media is what you're telling me. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
So again,
I'm not. The industry's not what I'm asking.
It's just no. Compound Media is a seven-figure corporation.
Yeah, but top line gross.
This is insane.
Oh God!
This is
first
insane.
of all, even
Don't call me gross.
Right, all the zeros before the decimal
You
point.
the
Don't
books
count,
on you?
Gino.
Can't pull them out right now.
It's insane.
Well, Tukey, let's go.
And again, everybody, they love Tukey. They love the puppets. They love the filters. Again, Sesame Street got old for me when I was 7. I don't need to see puppets. The fact that these guys even entertain puppets anymore, it makes me sad. It really does. This is where we are in the state of content, that puppets people, are, chomping at the bit to see more of. I mean, it really isn't. It's just, it's sad and it's sickening.
No, I don't have the books on me. I left them in my
episode
apartment parked
210 of TBD.
Sorry, hold on.
And I've had.
All right, so that actually worked out great. So Gino claiming that Compound Media is a $1 million a year business, but he doesn't know the numbers. So which one is it, Gino? Do you not know the numbers, or is it a $7 million business? You can't have it both ways, motherfucker. You can't. It's either a $1 million business and you know the numbers, or you don't know the numbers, and it's a $2,000 a year business. And Kumi is just, this is all he's got left, because he's gonna die soon anyway. So fuck it, YOLO, as Anthony Zenhauser said. I mean, Gino is such a fucking loser. He really, Gino, and I know you watch every episode intuitively. Sorry, I hope you watch this, and I hope you really, shape up, dude. You're going to need to start working another job. You could, do YouTube, and David Chandler could super chat you every so often, but that's not going to pay the bills. That's not going to pay the bills, Gino, for long term. You're about to marry Keanu. What are you going to do in 5 years when Kumi is dead and off this earth? And you have to look Keanu in the face and say, babe, we got to go on food stamps. Or we got to go on unemployment. Or we got to not eat this week. Do it before it's too late. I want to prove to you that Compound is not a multi-million-dollar business, because if it was, they would be able to, keep all of these shows going. They have all these random shows. The Dump, featuring Steve Conti. It's who's tuning into Compound to watch The Dump, a show called The Dump, featuring Steve Conti, let alone they have this other show, TBD, or they had another show called TBD, with producer Garrett. And over the last week and a half or two, TBD has closed its doors. Again, multi-million-dollar business a year, and you can't seem to finance the shows on the network. Seems pretty fishy to me.
This is, episode 210 of TBD, and I've had 2 co-hosts that have left, so that's 420. So I think this is going to be the last TBD episode.
Wow.
Yeah, but we're going to rework the show into something new.
It's like, no, you're not.
Probably not next week, but probably the week after that.
Which is this week.
Yeah, Garrett, you said to me before the show, you're like, if enough people call in tonight, we'll keep going.
Uh-huh.
And that's why you kept asking, did anybody call in?
Thank you, Jeff.
Did anyone call in? Did anyone call in? No. The answer is no. So again, how are you making multi-million? If you're gonna, give me the old lip service that Kumi draws all the money, I mean, I'll even give you that, but it's not millions of dollars a year. It's not a 7-figure industry a year solely based on Anthony Kumi. I'm sorry, I refuse to believe that.
But that's it.
That's it.
Jeff tried.
Damn it.
But yeah, so the 2 times 210 is 420. Feel like that's a good moniker to go out on. I don't even know what that means. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching for 4 years, I guess. Jesus, it's a long fucking time. And thank you, Bobby and Drew. And we'll see you in the new year. Kind of.
Which translates to never. This show's done. All right, so there's producer Garrett show TBD, which is no more. Again, multi-million dollars a year, can't afford to keep your own shows on the network. Again, multi-million dollars a year. This is going to translate over. Anthony Cumia has made his return since we've been on break. He's returned. He's doing streams again. He was back in New York, but for different reasons this past week. But he set up his own little streaming setup, his own little studio down in South Carolina. How nice, Anthony. Now, you would think somebody who, by Gino's claims, makes a 7-figure salary every year, or at least brings in $7 million, a 7-figure income from Compound Media, and somebody who already has millions of dollars in the bank, you would think the studio setup that Cumia is going to bring to the screen for the first time in 2 months is going to be insane, is going to be the biggest thing. It's going to be better than this studio, right? Because this show doesn't bring in millions of dollars a year. I was never a millionaire in broadcasting. So surely at least Cumia's set is going to be better than this one. Well, you would have guessed wrong, because here we'll just go to the share screen mode here. This is Anthony Cumia's new set. Some of you might have already seen this, but let's check it out together. Here you go. So we have a plain Jane, wooden desk, a pine finished desk with a custom neon sign. That's about $100. This desk from IKEA, again, about $200. 2 little monitors, a little PC setup here. I mean, the PC is the most expensive thing in this streaming setup, which should tell you everything right there. Again, this is a multimillionaire. And again, he's almost going for the old Gavin McInnes look before Gavin, decided to stop becoming, so cheap with his production. Gavin McInnes was doing shows in front of a bookcase. Anthony Cumia has emulated that look in his new streaming setup and is doing shows in front of a bookcase. Well, what's on that bookcase? Now, mind you, this is a 63-year-old pock-filled man. He's got toys. So this is, really fascinating. This tells you everything you need to know about Anthony Cumia. He's got airplanes and guns and, figurines and more fake guns and old radios and a baseball and Dan Marino bobblehead and books that he's probably never read in his life. Old, fucking hats, old-time hats, an on-air sign, a whole top shelf that has nothing, quite frankly, and a whole bottom shelf that has nothing, and a stream deck. So, this studio probably cost, I'd say under $1,500. This computer's probably $1,000. Everything else probably totaled up to about 500 tops. That's about it. I'll even say 2,000. The description says, getting everything set here in South Carolina for the show. Join me in the great Gavin McInnes. All right, so that was, I think, last week or the week prior. This is Cumia's new little setup here, and then here we get a different angle. Again, not much to see. A couple little, key lights. Not much money, $100 here. A cheap little webcam, a Razer webcam. Not much money was invested in this studio. And this isn't Aaron Emholt. This isn't Chad Zumach. This is Anthony Cumia. This guy was on the radio for over 20 years. Made millions of dollars. And this is the best you could put forward. Now, granted, it is an upgrade over Compound Media currently. Compound Media is, just an entire green. It looks like the Incredible Hulk threw up in Compound. I mean, that's what Compound Media Studio looks like now. So, I mean, surely anything is an upgrade. And I get that. But, I mean, this looks terrible, bro. This looks horrible. Millions of dollars. But for some reason, people still love it. People still love it. And I want to play just one clip from Cumia himself from his return. We get to see how the setup looks on camera. And he's going to, this is funny to me because he's going to blame Gino, the reason why he had a triple bypass surgery. He's going to be blaming Gino Bisconti, which I think is ironic. I mean, it's quite hilarious. Kumi's going to blame Gino here for letting Cumia drink and always having alcohol accessible for him to drink. Let's check out the little clip here, and we'll make fun of Gino. We might get out of here after this, or we might do one more thing. I'm not sure. Check it out.
Hi, everybody. Of course, the Anthony Cumia Show. Not of course. Lately, it's been like, what? Who? Please, not Gino Bisconti again. That's
what their people are
really
saying.
The response I've gotten over the past couple of months. Please, dear Jesus Christ on the cross and baby Jesus, please, no Gino Bisconti. I don't know what it is. I don't know what your problem is with Gino. A loud, obnoxious, stupid drunk man isn't entertaining enough for you? Are you not entertained? Thank you so much for bearing with
and he really looks like
here.
shit since his comeback. He really looks bad. I mean, he's gotten grayer. He's gotten more frailer, more fragile. You know, just more pockier. It's like, Kumi, you should have just hung it up, man. I mean, you were given an out. You should have just hung it up. There was no need to come back here. There was no need to come back. Surely, if you were making 7 figures a year, you wouldn't feel the need to come back. You're like, just, wrap up shop. I've made mine. Let's get out of here while I'm still alive.
But Compound Media.
So the simple fact that you even chose to come back leads me to believe that Gino is, in fact, lying, that you don't actually make 7 figures a year.
During 2 things.
Because who's going to pay 7 figures for this? I mean, let's be fucking real.
Of course, my medical sabbatical. And the move down to South Carolina. I bought this house over a year ago, over a fucking year ago. And with all the obligations I have had down there, or up there, down, whatever the fuck, up there in New York, I've not been able to live down here, which means I really didn't have anything set up to do a show down here. So it did take a while. I was kind of trying to go back and forth and set up a studio here. But, Gino got in the way.
Wow.
When I tried to do something constructive, he was there with a bottle of Jameson.
Wow. So you hear that, Gino? You're the reason why. I mean, I bet this is a fucking bittersweet pill to even swallow, Gino. But when Cumia was trying to do something productive, there you were with a bottle of Jameson. You were the reason this motherfucker almost died. And probably will be the reason that he actually does die, when he does die. You will be the reason, Gino. Not Bill, not Joanne, not Chrissy Mayer, not anyone else, but you. And you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your life. You killed your boss. You killed your fucking gravy train. And I'm sure you're not in the will. Why would you be? Chrissy is, Gavin is. Gino Bisconti, however, is not. Let's watch.
And Wednesdays, Gavin isn't off the hook either. Gavin on Wednesdays, during and after the show, I'm blaming these 2 people for my health ails, for my health problems that I've had over the past couple of months. Sheerly putting the blame on Gino Bisconti and Gavin McInnes. I take no responsibility. I sound like well, you know.
All right, so there you have it. Anthony Cumia back, putting the blame on Mr. Bisconti. I love it. Again, you know, Gino is a half-wit fucking bitch.
Is, you know, Gino's a bitch.
They suck up to Melton. Him and Keanu, they love the attention they get from Melton. They love it all. They're trying to fucking finesse some sort of angle, and I think we've called it out. Gino is, we just watched him, claim that he doesn't know his numbers and that Compound is a 7-figure a year industry. It's fascinating, really. So, that's some of the stuff. I had some of that stuff from this past Saturday, the comeback show. Let me see if I have anything else worth mentioning. Everything else I might save. I might save everything else for the next show. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to put a pin in it here. Because I got to get off and get something. I think, we'll just do everything. There's only like 2 things we didn't hit tonight. But we've been going longer than what I even intended on going. This show has definitely been insane, to say the least. Note to self, don't drink a lot before the show. Let me see, I'm just waiting for the time here. Oh, it's 11:10. Yeah, we're going to get out of here. We've been going for over 4 hours. We'll be back Monday. And let me just make sure I absolutely have everything. Yeah, okay. We'll be back Monday. Again, we're going to have some footage from Compound. We'll have footage from Shuli, the stand-up set, the comedy set. We'll be bringing you guys, it'll be exclusive footage. We'll probably be on sometime, I think, late morning, early afternoon, before MLC. And, we'll keep you, we'll catch you guys up on everything that happens over the weekend. We'll bring you that exclusive footage from the Shuli show. I'm going to try to sign up because, we just tried to go through it on the show, and I could not sign up for the life of me. So we'll figure that out and get to that. Let me give a quick shout out to everyone who came in tonight via Super Chat. I do want to say thanks where thanks is due. And thank you, everyone, for putting up with my nonsense and my bullshit. Honk, again, reach out to me after the show, and we'll set something up. Honk, we'll figure something out. One more time, Sue Party coming in tonight. Leo Gunn, Kif Dunnage, Jeff Closer, and Brock Lee. We appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for contributing to the show tonight. Again, I'm going to be in North Jersey this Sunday filming the great and mighty Anthony Zenhauser and Mike Morris. I can't wait for that. Shout out tomorrow. Okay, shout me out. All right, that's cool. Thank you for that. Honk, are you going to be eating chicken nuggets later? Probably a lot. Blade, what will you be eating after this? Lasagna? I don't know, to be quite honest with you. I don't know. Morris Plains, yes, Chris Mack. Morris Plains, New Jersey this Sunday. Let's see. Pasta, Chris says. Yeah, we'll be back, I think, like I said, Monday morning at some point. So, trying to think if there's anything. I think Alex will be doing the show. I think. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'm not even worried about it. Thank you for putting up with my nonsense tonight, guys. This has been great. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Keep your heads up. Make sure you don't run into any aliens, of course. Tom Chilstrom has a message to take us all out on. Tom!
No, hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here. Pretty solid effort all around, I would say. Mostly from Corey and I. Luke had some good points. But all in all, a good show. Thanks for everybody for being here. Let's call it a night.
All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Have a safe week, and we'll be back here on Monday. Stay safe out there. We'll see you all next time. Peace.